Waha, 10 seconds early. Hello. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Glad to have you here. Happy reset day. Happy last day for Collector's Bounty for EU folk. Unfortunately for us NAs, it's over. So, back to normal loot, as QuestCore says. So, hello, Yunda. Hello, Epoch Guru and QuestCore. How y'all doing? And welcome all my fabulous lurkers. How is everybody? So, I was gonna do the Bankageddon today, and then I realized I should actually do that probably this weekend, just because I want to keep running raids and stuff for, you know, all the stuff that wasn't buffed, like recipes and zone drops. And I'm like, well, I can't fill up my bags with my bank stuff then if I want to run dungeons and raids still. So it has to wait. So I last minute had to change the name of the stream because I forgot to do it beforehand, so... Oh, God, it's the friendliest jump scare I have ever seen. Excellent. Hello, Dre. Hello, Pancor. How you doing? Thank you so much, Cospain, for the follow. Glad to have you here. Welcome. So, yeah. It's reset day. We've got some weeklies and dailies and things we can do. So let's get some of that done. Everything off my list for weeklies and dailies, and then we'll figure out what we want to focus on, because good news, last night I stayed up until like 1:30 in the morning. I did finish Violet Hold. It really had a death grip. It was like several hours, bro. I was like, dude. But finally I got the loot from Violet Hold. So Violet Hold, the dungeon, the Legion one, I mean both of them, but the Legion one I was working on is done. So that's good. And let's see, what else did I get done? I did Stratham for hours, and it didn't cough up the other two. I was kind of mad about it. I wanted to stay up later, but I'm too old and tired, so that didn't happen. I did finish Sunwell. I think we did that on... Yeah, no, we did it on stream. Okay. Was it just Violet Hold that I did after stream? Yeah, I guess that's all I did. Violet Hold and Shulamance. But Shulamance did not cough up the loot. Violet Hold did. So, technically, I basically met my goal with the exception of the two pieces from Ulduar, which I don't believe were buffed anyways, because those were from the hard mode chests, which I'm pretty sure were not buffed. And then Shulamance didn't want to cough up its last couple of pieces, one of which was not buffed anyways, because wasn't from bosses. So yeah. I technically hit my goal, of everything that was buffed, but besides the 4 mounts that I didn't get because I gave up on the mount farming. In terms of Mog, I didn't really hit my goal. So I was like, wow, I don't feel like I hit my goal, but I did. So, yay. Of getting all of the Mog that was buffed by the event during the event. So, cool. With the exception of like one piece. I'd say that's a win in my book. So I'm pretty happy. Cause why? Cause pain. Yes. WoW had posted about how SL raids aren't dropping loot apparently. I saw that. I just saw that before stream went live. I was, what's that about? That's not good. That's Ripperino, so
11 months. Almost a year of collecting. Elder_Yunda sub to your channel for 11 months.
I swear that thing is either too quiet or too loud. I cannot win with that module. Anyway, thank you so much, Elder Yunda, for the sub. Resub, even. Move my mic a little bit so I can actually, like, talk properly instead of leaning. There we go. Because thanks to folks like you, I can keep working, so thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it a bunches. Thank you. Alright, so we have... I have all the Mog from this place. I'm just trying for a recipe. Oh, right. It's reset. I can go run the other one for the recipe, too, because it draws from both. Cool. To the other side. To the other side. So, yeah. Reset day raids. Various things. We're going to figure out what we want to grind once I get my weeklies done. And by weeklies, I mean just... raids. Basically the stuff we've been doing. Just take my money. Well, thank you, Yunda. I appreciate it. Okay, I do need to kill these guys. For gloves of the immortal chances. There we go. But yeah, so y'all kick back, relax, grab a drink. It's weekly reset. So you get to see more raids and dungeons, because I ain't done. I got plenty to do. There was all of those zone drops and recipes and reps, in-instance vendors. That's the word. In-instance vendors that I need to finish. And all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be great. So, and the drop event is still going. That goes all the way until the 14th, in case anyone was curious. So, you know, from Twitch, not the in-game drop. Unfortunately. All right. Well, onwards. Down we go into this uncomfortably quiet raid. Okay. So what did you let's do a recap here. What did everybody finish? Did you all finish any of your goals? Because we had collector's bounty for a whole month. I know the EU folk it's their day to scramble now. It's their last day for the event, but yeah, it's gone for us NAs. So what's up? You got the jailer mount? Congrats, Codus. Very nice, very nice. There we go. I could not comfortably do that one on alts myself, so I did it on my main every week, but it didn't drop, so that's okay. I got 20 out of the 34 needed mounts. Wow, nice. That's impressive, Feisty. Congrats. I got all the mogs from the 2 PC layers. Nice, nice. That's a lot of work. BC is a pain in the butt. Honestly, I didn't really need any new mounts. I think it's the biggest one is making about 700k from an enchanted Elementium. Nice. That's pretty sweet. Slowly kill these guys here real quick. Slowly, real quick, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, don't fear me. Take ice block. How about them apples? Come on. There we go. Okay. Anyway, I got 11 mounts, about 4,000 appearances. I feel that. I got a lot of appearances as well. I'm very happy. Got all the mounts I still needed, and severely reduced the amount of mog I needed. Needed stuff from everywhere, so I ran everything at least once, and also got all the AQ40 QS sets. Nice! Congrats, Geek. That's awesome. Nice progress. Hello, Foolish. Kraken. I started the grind for the Ultramarine Battle Tank after watching your guide, and on it, got the Scepter. Only 35 artifacts. Thank you so much for your content. You're very welcome! So that was you that had posted it. I saw that this morning, and I was like, wow, congrats. So congratulations! You got stupid lucky with that. And definitely celebrate that, because that mount is atrocious to farm for, so congratulations. Your luck saved you. Got 14 out of 15 mounts needed. Nice, congrats. That's a good amount. Now I'm mapping out my spreadsheet, what raid mogs I need. Nice, well, good luck. Hope that goes good for your quest core. 22 out of the 28 I needed, so in a good haul. Very cool. Bars were up about 5k each, and I started farming the Zaralor raid. I'm at about 6k a tune. If I get it, great. If not, raw gold. Nice! Well, hey, either way, it's a win, sounds like, so congrats. Thank you. I know I'm losing my mind. It's been a favorite for ages. It is a very cool one. My only wish is that it could fly. I do wish it could fly, because it has a shared model with the old shop mount, the something Ravager, Screaming Ravager, or whatever the heck it was, which is similar to the Karaji. I'm hoping someday they let them fly, because that would be cool. Because then I would actually use it. Because I got it too, but only after years and years and years and years of grinding. Oh well. Maybe one day they'll let ground mounts fly. One day. Okay, let's see. Do all these guys have a chance to drop it too? I'm doing this for a recipe in case anyone's curious. Let me pop open my thingamajig here. Why is that wide? Does not need to be wide. Classic. Here we go. The enchant cloak dodge. It can be bought off a vendor, but I'd have to rep grind for that. But it can drop in both Ruins and Temple of Encourage, so wanted to see if I could get that. And then, of course, the one zone drop, so I don't have a lot left from there to get. It's kind of nice. Hello, Data Bob. How you doing? Glad to have you here. Welcome. Beautiful. Happy Tuesday for all y'all. They smack things. I still have one more mob pristine artifact left after literally years and thousands of digs. The mob one I feel like was the worst. And I have some mogs still from from Archaeology, from the classic races, and bleh. Oh, I feel you. I have everything completely done in Archaeology, all achievements and drops and everything, except for 4 pieces of mog, and it's 4 weapons. So I feel you. One of them is Zinroke from Troll. I need something from Dwarves. I don't remember quite what it was. And then 2 things from Tolavir, and both of them were weapons. So all 4 were weapons mogs. I do remember that. Where are you going, my guy? I need you. Come back. You could be holding my gloves. He was not holding my gloves. But no, yeah, I feel you. I've done a lot of Archaeology on stream in the past and ended up tabling it because, good grief, several thousand tries for each of those now, and I'm just like, please, release me. But that's a future me problem. We got other goals now, because good grief. Did not want to cough up. So I don't blame you. I'm not surprised. That's 100%ing Archaeology, I feel like, is hard mode for this game. Struggle's so real with some of the unlocks. It really is. It's gross. Actively gross. Oh boy. Here we go. So yeah. More raids and dungeons. My work is never done. Also hello Data Bob over on Kick. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Helping the grind. There we go. Okay, Finkrus. Do you want to give me the enchant? No. Okie dokie. We're not doing the Frost Boy, because this is a mage. So that's a no for me. Wait, do these guys drop? No. No, they do not. Good morning, Euphoria. How you doing? Glad to have you here. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Okay. Let's back to the old grind. No rest for the wicked, as I like to say. See, you don't drop it, but all those guys do. Chance at my gloves. So yeah, to recap, we're gonna do a bunch of weekly type stuff because it's reset, so dungeons and raids and things that we need to get done. It's all old content, nothing new. So not a lot of change, too much change of scenery from what we've done over the past month, but you know, got a lot to do. Not too bad, looking like good old nightmare fuel for AQ40. Yep, exactly. Yeah. I got 1 recipe and 1 zone drop that I want to get. Trying to get. So, can run AQ40 weekly and then AQ10 daily. As it drops from any of the bosses. Hello, hello, still going AC, no burnout yet. Hello, Dilly Dog. Nope, this is mostly what I do in WoW, so welcome. I'm trying to 100% legacy content. So I was very pleased, because this is what I was working on anyway. I was very pleased with Collector's Bounty, because that really helped to boost my goal of trying to complete all legacy dungeons and raids before midnight. So I'm very happy. You push past the burnout. Exactly. I may be burnt to a charred crisp, but we're still going, baby. Hello. One of the favorite old raids, right? Hello, Niel. How you doing? Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. There There we go. Beautiful. Did you not loot it? Oh, it's because of the resonating crystal. I really wish these would stop dropping. The resonating crystals in here, they're very irritating. Like, I already have this mount. Please stop dropping it. Fight was a pain in the neck when doing 40 man, and our gear was a bitch, and I have to obtain all. So I don't doubt. I'm glad I didn't raid this when it was current. I probably would have quit on the spot, if I'm completely honest. I would not have had the patience for this. Woof. Especially listening to this music for hours on end? Nah, fam. Nope, going to the clinic later. Pretty sure I have shingles again. Oh no, I'm sorry. You have all 4? The red one took forever for me to drop. I do. I get all 4. I feel like every other time I do this, it's supposedly a rare drop, but it drops a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if I see it again. Well, we got an enchant, but it's not the one I needed. Unfortunate. Not that one. We got another enchant, but it's again not the one I needed. I already know both those. Gosh dang it. Give me the one I don't know, please. Please? Keep a set of each color crystals in your bag till you get the recipes so you can't loot them and have to delete them. Exactly. Yeah, I just keep... I mean, this one I don't have to worry about too much because this is weekly. So I just delete them all at the end because I use them for other stuff. If they were just parked here, I would do that, but there's another blue one. But I use them for other things too, so... good afternoon, Kawain. How you doing? Glad to have you here. Welcome. Okay. I used to have a macro that would delete this mouse, but it doesn't work anymore. Oh, that's frustrating. It's okay. It's not a big deal. It's just kind of annoying because, like, oh look, there's another one I can't loot because it's already in my bags. Go away, please. At least it doesn't mail them to you. Because that would be annoying. Fun fact, twins fight, you needed to have a warlock to tank and a pally or warrior on the other twin to tank. Excuse me, strategically pulling and swapping. That's awesome. Back when warlocks could tank. Faux tanks. I'm good, I'm good. Kiwa, by the way. Kiwa it is. Apologies. I'll call you Kiwa then. If they could just sell for 1 copper or even a half a copper or like something, right? At least make them vendorable. Yeah, this was a wild raid when it was current. I don't doubt. I don't doubt. Also, hello Mugwall, how you doing? Jackie, welcome, how you doing? Glad to have you back. Happy Tuesday. Happy post-collector's bounty, I guess. It's like a post-apocalyptic event, and that's just the aftermath. Everyone's sad. Like, no. I'm not good with the time math, so if I meet anyone online in a different time zone, instead of saying good morning, I'll just say good time zone. That works. You're totally fine. I look at it as it's always morning somewhere. Just need to sleep. Oop, there we go. Anyone else delete one in your bag so you can fully loot corpses and repeat next time? I used to. But then I got really tired of doing that, so I gave up. So, I used to. There we go. Kind of glad it's done. I get to run stuff with guildies again. I would log on, everyone wouldn't want to do anything because they were collecting stuff. Gotcha. Did you mean me? Not that I'm in the guild or anything, but... none of these guys dropped my gloves, so I'm not going to kill you because I don't care. Back to regular loot. Yep. Blah, indeed. Bleh. I'm good. Just got the 9s mount. Congrats, Jackie. Just need vengeance on the jailers. Now, if I remember correctly, ran out of Nihilotha tries. EU servers. I still got a few hours. Good luck. Good luck. Coming in clutch. I hope you get them. Good luck. Wasn't there 2 bug mounts? One from Archaeology Profession. The other was on the gates. AQ opening. Correct. Yes. Can't seem to find details about the gold bug mounts anywhere. Golden ones? I don't recall the golden ones. I know the blue one is from Archaeology. Or the ultramarine, I should say. You can get green, yellow, blue, and red from this raid, but they're not usable outside. The black one is from the opening of Encourage Gates event from Classic / Vanilla. I don't know of a gold one. I don't think I've ever seen a gold one. There's beetles, but they're not the same mounts. I have a gold beetle. Alright, do you want to give me the recipe I need? Sir? No, he did not. Okay. Well, let's Hearth out. He's done with this for the day. We'll hop to the bunk, and we'll do that all over again. We'll do the 2 encourages. Get those out of the way. Yeah, gold was when the gates first opened and completion. It's so weird. That's what I mean. Black, not gold. My bad. It's been a long time ago. All good, Euphoria. A gold one would be cool. I would love like a golden scarabesque version of that with some armor. That'd be gorgeous, actually. Actually, why haven't they done a gold one? That feels like such an obvious color for that sort of theme. Oh well. Alright, let me vendor all of his garbage here. Did get a cool BOE, though. Brain hacker. Hopefully that's worth something. Spender all these, they aren't worth anything anymore. Rid of that garbage. I did not get the red one, impressively. I feel like I see that almost every time. Get out of there. Just hold on to that, I guess. Okay. I literally see what you did there. Perfect. Opening the gate was before my time, but didn't the guild hold it hostage? Probably, I wouldn't be surprised. It was also before my time, unfortunately. Like, I was around, but I didn't even know about it. I didn't know what was going on. I wasn't, yeah. Oh, what am I doing? I need to put this in the guild bank. There we go. Okay, now for the other enchanter. There was some golden scarab, those that purchase with a couple mil gold. Yep, I got that one. I did get that one. I love that one. But a gold Karaji mount would be cool. Wasn't too crazy? Yeah, exactly. Depends on the server, but some guilds held it hostage. That's so awful. People are awful. And everyone says Classic was better days, and yet people were doing that. Literal gatekeepers. At least the rep event is ongoing. I've been knocking out side quests that I missed from the main campaign, so I can get world quests and reward raw gold. Nice, congrats, Jay. Very handy. Hello, Nadia. Good evening to you as well. How you doing? Welcome. You're a sweet time loading in here today, huh? You just call me a Dre? Or Jay? Possibly. Apologies in advance if I did. I missay things sometimes, it happens. There we go. So I do apologize if I called you Jay instead of Dre. There we go. Get rid of that. Get rid of that, and that's not worth anything. Okay, so I put stuff in his bank. Yeah, J Fizano does not roll off the tongue. Apologies. Again, I do apologize. I didn't mean to. If I did. My tongue gets tired sometimes, so my bad. Alright, let's see. He's okay. Okay, good. I don't want to offend anyone by mispronouncing things, so. There we go. Get that in the bank there. Classic 40-man next did make sense only because it felt favoritism took place when gear was needed to certain guilds for completing certain tasks in timely fashion, it seems. Speaking of classic early days, oops, if I smack stuff, apologies. Not the new classics. Fair. I know, that's why I've been trying to call, like, original classic vanilla, just to differentiate between the two, because we have classic plus now. But it's not actually classic plus, even though it definitely is. But, you know. You're human. I am a Kraken. Thank you very much. How dare you assume my species? No, just kidding. I am indeed. Back to island farming. Help. Good luck, Nadia. Good luck. Let's see. Where am I going? Down to... Oldham would be closer. Let's go over to Oldham. Vanilla with the right people was peak. You can say that about the entire game, though. Sorry, Kraken, you're fine, Euphoria. I'm just yanking your chain. You're good. Alright. Let's see. Oldham. Okay, I'm gonna move this out of the way. That is in the way, and I keep smacking it. There we go. Okay. Try to get this recipe. Alright. The game doesn't suck, it's the people around the game that suck. Exactly, Swamp. Exactly. Yep, you nailed it. As long as the right people didn't abuse the DKP, true. I'm so glad I was not around for that, I'm not gonna lie. Like, my raiding experiences were pretty crap when I was raiding over the years. Awful people, for the vast majority. But, I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that. No DKP for me, thank you. I'm good. Dragon kill points, yeah. I'm so glad we didn't have that. I will pass. I will pass. Needs more dots, more dots! Donkey Kong power. I like Donkey Kong power. That's amazing. That's a good one. DKP 50 minus was slightly before my time. Fair. More dots indeed. Deliver Kraken potatoes. Oh man, I have so many potatoes. Speaking of, I need to use up my potatoes. Potatoes. Yes. Alright. So, back to trying for this recipe. Yeah. Because the alternative is I can hit Exalted with Lower City and go buy this recipe, which is cool. But, I'm glad I have that option. However, I don't want to grind Shadow Labyrinth or whatever I think it was Shadow Labyrinth. Over and over and over and over until my eyes bleed. It's not a very fun one to repeat, so, you know. There we go. I love DKP better than some random getting everything one day and then they dip and never show again. That's fair. I guess if you use it properly, it would work good. And it wasn't, you know, abused. You all have a wonderful day. Unfortunately, I must pretend to work. You're all gonna get your most desired drops this week, I know it. Thank you, Foolish. Have a good day at work. Thank you for being here. Oh, we're heading into the zone drop abyss, huh? How many classic dungeon drops do you have left? A lot. Like, unfortunately, a lot. Because I'm including recipes, too. So, like, everything left you see here is a mixture of achievements, recipes, and zone drops, and BOEs, which I'm considering separately because they're not bound. 27 things in Classic overall. Not like a lot, but you know, that's a lot in terms of zone droppy type stuff. That's a lot. So, yeah, that is a lot. Oops, I killed one of the eggies. Oh, nope, it didn't mind. Okay. Collector's Bounty is over. Time to just park DH alts back outside Black Temple. I am sorry, Ollie Bear. I know. I wish it was still going too. I think what made it unique and hard for AQ was the music. Slow, tonality. I recall having eyes closed 90% of the time during the raid. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the AQ music, honestly. If it's meant to slowly drive you insane, then it will. I forgot Contessa does that 5-minute stun lock if you don't kill her first. Oh no. Recipe, are you ISO? Let's see. The last one I need from the encourages is Formula Enchant Cloak Dodge. You can also buy it if you have max the Exalt, the lower city rep in Shatrath, but that's farming lower city dungeon, what is it, Shadow Labyrinth, over and over and over until my brain melts. I tried. I got up to Honored on this character and decided I'm done. So I'd rather do the raid once a week and just call it good, honestly. 97 things ain't much, but they are very, very painful. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep. Right there. May not seem like much, but whoo-wee. 2 minutes acquired from islands, 3 left. The end is nigh, hopefully. Congrats, Nadia. You could say it's Nadia. Beautiful. Good afternoon. How is everyone doing? Hello, Adele. Welcome. Glad to have you here. We're doing fine. Sad the event's over, but still going. Still going. We're doing good. Don't just keep productivity. Change the music to Cthulhu Whispers. It's not worthy. You'll never find who to seek. Exactly. Yes. Oh, Cthulhu. Oh, damn, yeah. That is a hard drop. I remember it took my guild over 3 or so months. You can imagine. We had to depend on another guild to assist. I don't doubt. There was a lot of enchanting recipes I noticed that came from these. And I keep getting the other ones, but not this last one. So if I get desperate, I can go grind a rep for it instead, but I really don't want to. I really don't. I'd rather run the raid. So, you know. That's fine. There we go. Oh, I've heard that joke since I was a kid, and that is pronounced not, which sounds like nod in my language. People would say, good nod. Wow. We got a recipe, but it's not one that I needed, unfortunately. Go figure. Boo. Oh, that's funny though, Nadia. Sorry. It's the weirdest thing. If I get Void Whispers, it's just how to save money at the grocery store. Cthulhu, no, double coupon day is on Wednesday and not Thursday. That's great. Could always buy rep tokens from time walking badges. Yeah, but then I have to farm time walking badges. And I already need like 50,000 now with all the new stuff they just added again on top of the additional new stuff that they already did. So my badges are unfortunately locked up in that. Because they went and added more to the WAD and Legion vendors in case anyone didn't notice. And I mean in addition to what they already had added. Not the original stuff from the anniversary. Yeah. So. All good, not a worse name pun. Perfect. Not the worst, I mean. People should be kicked in the nads. Ha ha! I see what you did there. Nice. Nice. All right. So we got quite the list there, but we'll get to it. Hey, perfect. Oh, perfect. All right. Okay, now on to the other AQ, since this one didn't give me the recipe I needed. I got a couple recipes. This character, this monk, is way luckier with recipes than my poor mage. I would prefer them on my mage, because he's been the enchanter longer. This one was one I changed last minute because I didn't have any main profession characters who were monks. Both my monks were empty. So I made one of them arbitrarily an enchanter so that I could use a monk. And then he's the lucky one with the recipes, not the mage who's been enchanting for years. Of course, right? Humor me, after seeing your Kraken holding cup of tea or coffee, would you prefer drinking for hot liquids? What would you prefer drinking for hot liquids? It depends on my mood, but I really do drink both. I drink coffee, I drink tea, sometimes I drink like hot chocolate if I'm really in the mood. A myriad of things. So, just honestly depends on my mood. I like my options. Can you believe Blizzard releases the next patch just in time for my 3-week summer holiday? Thank you, Blizzard. Hey, nice. Look at that. Congrats. Congrats. That's going to be awesome. I hope you get a whole bunch of game time in. Now when I hear Nadia's name, I replace her name with Dystubia by Rihanna. Nadia, Nadia. Perfect. Best feeling ever. I remember that happening for Blackwing Lair Vanilla. What armor type is this? Cloth. Okay. Oh, this will get stuck in my head the best. I'm just so excited. Congrats. Yes. That's fair. Excellent. Yeah, I'm very much, when it comes to stuff like that, it depends on my mood person. I'm pretty easy, I like to think. I didn't know if you get Renown 20 with the Galagio, you get a teleport to Undermine. Do you? Well, that's nice. Hopefully that's something they keep in the game and don't remove it. You know, for future players. So that's nice. That would be handy. Not that it's hard to get to Undermine, but it is kind of annoying. Granted, you've got the little, you know, portally doodad in Dornagal, but still. I'll never get Renown 20 with the Galagio. I think it's the raid rep. That is. I'll get it when, like, that raid is soloable in the far future, so, like, 2 to 4 years from now. That's when I'll have it. Are you gonna grab some water? Excellent. Get that agua. Come here, yo. Oh yeah, so when we're 60. Exactly! Yeah, when we're 60. And even then, because of that, might have to wait longer. So, because you know how Blizzard is with level scaling. If you know, you know. This boss. Eat him. Okay. That's your turn. There we go. I could probably actually do the Frost Boy on this guy. I wonder if he drops the enchant too. I'll look when I get over there. Samesies new 60. 60 close to retirement. Yeah. Great, could get that and Black Prince at the same time. Perfect. Oh. And all these guys, yeah. Hi Kraken, hi chat. We're mourning the loss of Collector's Bounty. Hello Synchronos, and yeah, we are. I'm definitely sad it's over. I wish it was at least like one more week, because I really kind of just barely finished the Mog drops. I would have then had time with this week for the rest of the mounts I need. But alas, not quite long enough. I should have committed to Mog sooner. I knew better, but, you know, I had hope. Foolishly had hope, that is. Alright. Emo about no collector's bounty. Yeah, I know. Post-collector's bounty stress syndrome. I still have a few hours bounty left here. Wish me luck. Good luck, Kasuchi. Good luck. I hope you get it. I hope you get everything you're going after. Okay. Hello? Okay. So yeah, after we clean up this raid here, we'll go do... I do want to do Tomb of Sargeras for the heroic quest real quick after this, because I just have one more week, which is this week, and that will be completely done, which is awesome. So that'll be nice. Is Collector's Bounty buff still up? It is for EU. EU has a few hours left, but it is over for the NA. So... you know, well, I'm in the past, so I still have it, but I have all the mounts and just enough mogs that have had enough of it. So just mopping up some honor stuff from Comp Stomp. Nice. Very nice. Well, good luck with Comp Stomp. Not over for me yet, but I can't get the last mount I need and don't want to farm goblins anymore, so the rest of the sets will elude me. I'm sorry. Aw. Understandable. Alright, come here, you. Doot. Nice. Okay. Oh, I missed one. He evaded me somehow. Okay. Ah, these bugs. Hello, Mercurial. How you doing? Glad to have you here. Welcome. Oh, stretchies. There we go. Okay. Vecnus Soldier. Get these out of the way. I've had freaking bats stuck in my head since last night's Vine discussion. Oh, that's hilarious. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. There was a lot more vines I remembered than I thought. I just had to have them, like, had to be reminded of them, like, oh yeah. Vine. Was taken from us too soon. Alright, my guy, cough up the recipe I need. Pretty please. Search and hydrate? Absolutely. Well, we got a recipe, but it is yet again not one that I need. Wah. Okay. Top tier meme, to be honest. I don't mind. Perfect. Right. Let's go look at the Visitus guy, because then I can actually do that on a monk. And see if he drops the recipe or not. Let's see. Toy. I must have unfavored it because I thought I wouldn't need it anymore. There we go. I miss the memes about ice cream. Absolutely. Okay, let's see. Can he drop the recipe? Yes, it says he can. Alright, we'll do this guy too. You weren't specific enough, Kraken. Gotta be really specific for those old bosses are getting up there in age. It would seem so. That's okay. They'll get there eventually. The ice cream memes. Ice cream memes. Perfect. Remember the vid of the parrot saying ice cream over and over? Oh, that does sound familiar. Alright, come on. But enemies can hurt the squishy slime boss you're fighting. I don't got a fancy ice gun. You can use a frost DK or a frost mage. Mage is kind of hard though because you have to like hit him with physical attacks. So like melee usually. You have to hit him with a whole bunch of that before he unfreezes. So frost DK is kind of your best go-to, or you could get a, let's see, the file of glacial something from the current expansion, as well as the elemental force enchant, I think, from the past expansions. Used to be what I used. And then use like any sort of melee class is going to be easiest. You can do it on a hunter too. They count, because a lot of their stuff isn't magic. It's casters really that just kind of suck at it. So that would be your best bet. There's a mop enchant called Elemental Force or something. You can put an old weapon, just beat him up. Yeah, something like that. Elemental something. Trinket off, KT that does frost damage as well. Perfect, nice. KT from Shadowlands. That's handy. Good to know. Oh, stretchies. Let's see, those do not drop the zone drop I need. But these do. Cool. So don't worry, we're almost done with AQ. We won't have to hang in this gross place for very long. There we go. Creative Kidnap Puppies works after Frozen. I tried that, but they didn't do anything. Do you need to, like, command them somehow? They just kind of stood there. We tried that last week, I think it was. Yeah, because last week was classic. Here, you. They kept meaning the trinket, not the toy. Ah, that makes sense. That makes more sense. Yeah, I don't have the toy or the trinket version. I only have the trinket nobody has. Was it from Pandaland Rare or something? I'm not sure, actually. I didn't even know there was a trinket version. I only knew of the toy. Panda Rare. Good to know, good to know. Was wondering why it wasn't working. Let's see. Not really relevant advice for most people. Fair. It is good to know about, though, in case I need little ally things that can help. Do you happen to know what rare by chance? So the panda rares, most of them aren't too rare. There's just like a handful that are. Well, we got another recipe, but again, it's not the one I needed. It's the one the other enchanter has. This character's a lot more lucky with recipe drops. I'll have to keep that in mind, because it's just been consistent with him over my other mage, my other enchanter. That's fine. It's kind of easier to run on monks anyways. If you could recolor the class colors, what would you color the colors? Oh, I have no idea. I kind of like them as they are, so I'm not sure. I mean, pink for paladin just feels kind of perfect, you know? More like medium rare. Ha, I see what you did there. It's the Mogu, if I remember correctly, the one in the ruins with all the ghosts in the middle. Okay. I'll have to look into that. Thank you. More girly pop colors for the pink lovers, me. Beautiful. Mogu and Kunlai. Zone is important. Perfect, okay. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. Yeah, I think I know where it's, well, I probably don't have it on. Yeah, but the one with the ghosts, like somewhere in this area, I think. I think I know what one you're talking about. This has been a hot minute. Borgren Darkfist. Yeah, he's the one by like the tent or something. I'll put the name down either way. Thank you, Evil Morty. Because that, well, I won't use it for this. It could be useful for other things. So, puppy trinket. I made a note of it. Thank you. There are many Mogu in Panda Land. True, there are a lot of Mogu, and I do wish they were playable. Right, it's this guy. There we go. Okay, well there's an enchant again, but still not the one I needed. Gosh dang it. Can you give me another one maybe? Yeah? Okay, well, I got more. I'm catching up to the mage, I guess. Still not the ones I needed. Gosh dang it. I'm gonna get all but the ones that I actually need, aren't I? Anytime anyone makes a joke now, I can sarcastically clap and just, well done, well done. Great, I've kidnapped puppies, trinket, Borgren Darkfist. Perfect. Dilly, thank you, Dilly Dog. Evil Pugrin. Mogu Warrior would be great. Almost as good as a male Naga Warrior. Wish could play Jinyu. Agreed. Any of those should have been playable. There we go. Okay. We're almost out here. Adopted Puppy Crate is the toy. Perfect. That makes sense. Never noticed my Warlock's imp is named Zorval. I'm using him to kill Zoval. That's funny. Want snake people? Same. I would also very much like the Sethrak. I wanted them. I thought for sure when they're like, yeah, we're gonna get Volpair, I was like, oh dude, that means we're gonna get Sethrak. That's awesome, right? And they're like, no, we get Mechanomes. And I'm like, wait, why aren't they customization? Why aren't they customization, Blizz? Cue the goose chasing them. If they give the snake lady's breasts, I'll lose my mind. As in, you don't want them or you do? Because I'm in the favor of the snitties. Just saying. I would like to actually look feminine, thank you. I want breastises. I thought so too. I want snake people. Yes! Snitties, amazing. I thought you liked that. Yeah, you know. I don't want any animals have weird human breasticles. Just give them like winged liner or something. Well, that would be the best part. They could make it give it an option. Because I am annoyed that my female Drakthir don't have snitties. I'm very annoyed by it personally, and thus I don't play any of the female Drakthir because of that. They all look inherently male to me. Blizzard's calling them androgynous, but boob equal female. Thank you. Nice. At least it looks... They're more fun to mog that way, you know? I like the lizards not having them. They could just be a bit more curvy than the males. Nah, I'd rather have the option. You won't be able to change my mind on this one. I guess the danger noodles, the doodles. Trauma from the goblin breasts, they're too round. What? You leave my goblins alone. All my goblins are female. How dare you? I will not take snitty slander in my chat. I'm a big fan of Tickles myself. However, my demon hunter got hers out all day. Perfect. At least the option would be nice. You know, the option to not have any and the option to have some. I'd be totally fine with both. That'd be great. All the customizations should be universal regardless of body type. Let me have a beard on my titty having human. Exactly. So are mine, but it's like implant boobs. Make them sag a bit then. Ew, no. If that's the case, you should play the regular humans. They're definitely sagging. So many cooties. Exactly. Alright, Cthulhu. Give me the recipe, please. I've gotten a lot of recipes, but not the one I need. My guy! What's next? Make one bigger than the other? I mean, I guess it'd be great as an option if people really wanted that, but I personally would hate it. I dislike asymmetry in things, personally. Okay, well, I guess he's done. Out we go. Hashtag feminism or something. I don't play humans, I just want my goblins to have a bit less ball-shaped boobers. Well, I like them, so... My guy! Exactly. What conversation to come back to. It is indeed. Hello, Codus. How you doing? Welcome to the Thunderdome. Alright, we're done with that for the week. I guess that's that. Let me vendor stuff, and then we'll get on to some other content. No recipe again, that is unfortunate. Let's leave that, because I don't care, and this, and that, and this, and that. Okay. That one too. This one. Okay. Alright. Oh, pardon me for wanting more booby options. No, I agree. We should have options. I'm just saying, I would pick the round ones, so. You're totally fine. I agree. Options are good. Everybody wins when there's options. That's my opinion. Okay, I think it was my Death Knight that was doing the quest for Tomb. So round. I see what you mean. They're just not disguised bombs. That's true. They very much could be. Best race, actually. That changed. Now I need to calm down. Perfect. Oh, you guys are hilarious. I love all of you. Thank you for being here and being awesome. You're all wonderful to talk to. Oh, goodness. That's something to get off your chest. Hi and yo. Exactly. Alright, I think this was the character that was doing Tomb Quest. Because a lot of my old quests I'd done ages ago for the... Yeah, he is perfect. For the raid skips got reset. I still had the skips, but the skip quest got reset, so... Goblins, my little rotten guys, gnomes are best races. Unfortunately, I'm forced to live the elf life. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, let me make sure it's heroic. There we go. In real danger when a goblin wants to show you their knockers. True. Very true. Run away. That is a bomber in disguise. Especially if it's for free, you know there's a problem. Hello Haley, how you doing? Glad to have you here, welcome. Or just for protection, your bomb suit. There you go, go in a full Helldiver suit. Give gnomes work lives Blizzard. One day, Snockers into being very elaborate wooden fists that knock on the door for you. Having lunch, hello. Hello, hope you're having a good lunch, welcome. Alright. We'll be able to finish this quest this week, which is fantastic. Waiting on a rare? Ooh, that sounds exciting. Oh, rare camping. Most exciting gameplay, I know, right? Okay. There we go. Alright, down to the lady. Not prepared for my invention to explode behind you and an efficient hunter of demons. Perfect. Love sitting here for a possible 3.5 hours. Ugh. Yep, that's not engaging. I hate it. That's why I never really do it. I hate rare camping. 2-minute max. That's fair. I've done a lot of rare camping over the years. The only time I'm okay with rare camping is when I have other things I gotta work on, but I can actively be near my desk. Then it was fine because it's kind of just AFK gameplay, but that doesn't make it good. Excellent. Alright, let's go turn that quest in. Tiny demon hunters, tiny wings, tiny warg lives. That'd be very cute. Okay. I'm ready for my Tomb of Sargeras to completely disappear from my list. And then I will be 100% for Tomb of Sargeras. Huzzah! Come here, you. Nice. Gone. Tomb of Sargeras. Gone. That's hot. Alright. Invasion points. Who's the new invasion point boss this week? Let's see. It is Pitlord Vilemus. Oh, one of the ones I don't need. Unfortunate. Boo. I was ready to go all in for that this week. That's okay. Ask one for an achieve that finishes a meta achieve from Mount Rewards. I want to finish it. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Recently camped Rot Feast from Ultima nearly died. Yeah. Bye-bye, Tomb. See you never. Or at least until they put housing stuff in there inevitably. See ya. I like the next version of this event. I hope this next version of this event is open world stuff. Like reduced spawn time for rares, higher drop rates, etc. That would be nice. Kind of shift it around a little bit. If anything could use the boost, it's definitely the open world stuff. Good grief. And for that 1% drop you definitely got from that one kill. Exactly. Still need the hammer. Well, good luck. I hope you get the hammer soon. Okay, so I can delete. Where's it at? Tomb. Tomb's done. So, who's the world boss this week? Calamir. Do I need Calamir? I do for jewel crafting. Excellent. Let's go do that real quick. Good. Oh, jewel crafting. It's a terrible design to me for World War. Sorry, I'm bitter. No, I don't blame you. Some goblin and gnome engineering. Do I have to suffer at level 2nd engineer Technically, yes, if you want to collect all of the recipes. Because they physically, unless they change it, they physically prevent you from learning both Goblin and Gnomish recipes on the same engineer, and it drives me nuts. And if you unlearn one specialization to learn the other, you lose those recipes. It's like, well, alright then. But you don't have that with alchemy. It's just engineering that's like that. I don't know. I can't. You can hear my response there. Alright, let's see. World boss, Calamir. Can I learn this one? Requires previous rank. Sorceress Shadow Ruby Pendant. I don't know it, so where do I get the second piece? Because I'm gonna need it before I get that one. Legion. That's a neck. Neck. Sorceress Shadow Ruby. Okay. Dollar and Sewers. Ugh! Okay, let me... Click currency. Legion. He has 50 eyes. How about Javi? What does he have? Does he have any? I don't see it. It doesn't say... Okay, let me check the other... Let me check the other one. I'm not in the mood to do that right now, so I might revisit that. Do not feel like doing the sewers. I mean, it doesn't take very long, but... Real talk, if they do this again, I think this needs a very slight buff. Just enough so that old content is farmed, but avoids any players say they had to run things 50 times. Agreed. Hard agree. I mean, good grief. I never did get Gmod. I tried. If they do this event again, they need to add skips to the old raids. No one wants to run through ICC for a chance at Invincible. Yeah, agreed. No issues with drops today. I heard people getting 0 loot from Sanctum. I'm luckily not doing any Shadowlands stuff. It seems to be just Shadowlands. So maybe avoid that till they fix it. Oh, right. Where am I going? Hold on. I gotta see if I can actually learn that. Recipe. Legion, World Boss. Calamir. Requires previous rank. Okay, so he cannot learn it either. How much currency does he have? He doesn't even have any eyes? That doesn't make any sense. Where's my eyes? Has he never been down there? Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that right now. I will come back to that. Let's go to the next one on the list. I need to do that. Bastion Twilight. Let's get that one out of the way. At least you don't need to have engineers in specific classes anymore. That was such a pain. Agreed. A hard agree, Ida, because of the MOG and stuff. Yeah, hard agree. Where did I say I was going? Uh-oh. I don't know, but we'll do my... Something else I remember I need to do is my weekly garrison thing real quick. A little Parabash. Thank you, Hopone. I'll do that after I do my lunar fall real fast. My brain went totally out the other year. What is a good character type to just solo old content in your companion? Like a good class? Any race will be perfectly fine, but like if you want something that's really easy to play, I would probably say a paladin. It may not be the fastest, but it'll be one of the easiest. Let's see. Gotta love collecting. I want this item, but need to get this item to get it, so I have to go back to get that, come back to get that item. Yep, right! A whole chain of blah. Depends. I prefer my Fury Warrior. Bestow advice I give is be a little 80 in the current expansion purples. Y'all had your fun. We have reduced drop frights for everything to 0. Right? I'm so glad I finished everything from, well, not everything, but a lot of Shadowlands stuff, so I don't have to be fussing with that this week. There we go. Choose recruit. Sure. Okay. Let's do the hunter real quick as well, so I can mark it off the list. Pele for sure. Yeah, Pele is a good one for me just because it's all around good for everything. Hunter. Hi, Kraken. Hope you're doing good. It's been a hot minute. Hello, Avery. How you doing? Glad to have you here. And I'm doing great. We had a pretty fruitful Collector's Bounty month, so that went pretty good. I'm sad it's over, but we press on, so we're doing great. Just tidying up some weeklies before we figure out what farm we want to do. Stretchies. Okay. Where are you in your dragon form, silly? Get out of that. Alright, madam. Okay. Those two are done. Now we're gonna go get on the Volpera so we can do Bastion of Twilight. Good grief. I enjoyed the event, but part of me glad it's over. Understandable, yeah. I wish we had at least one more week personally, just because now that I've pretty much finished the MOG, with the exception of a couple things, I would like to then go do the 4 mounts that I'm missing, but not enough time, so had to choose between MOG and mounts, unfortunately. Oh well. It's imperative that that happens, yes. Trying to get the special thingamajig that comes from Cho'Gall for Volpera. Alright. Let's see here. Hello Lotus, how you doing? Glad to have you here, welcome. Ooh, stretchies. Let's see. Twilight Highlands, that's where we need to go. Great, just finished Warlord of Draenor and Lord Lady War titles. Nice, congrats. Those are fun ones. I do like those titles. How's you? I'm doing fine. Doing great. We're just doing some, let me clean out our bags real quick. Just delete those. I have so many. We're doing some, weekly stuff to get that out of the way, and then we're gonna hop onto a grind of some sort once I figure out where I'm in the mood. So, a lot left to get. Wimp attack, sorry I love doing that. You're totally fine, Grandma. Welcome, glad to have you back. Hope you're doing good. It's such a grind though, it really is. It really is, so congratulations on that one. That one was a long grind for me as well. Very boring. It is why I wouldn't want the event to occur too often if you feel like only collecting while the event is live. Gotcha. Understandable. I collect whether the event is live or not, because otherwise, if I didn't collect, I probably wouldn't be playing this game. There's just nothing else I would do, so there you go. Thank you, took me a few months. I can feel that. It took me multiple months too. I don't even want to try to think about how long it took back when I did it. Woof. It's a lot. So congrats. Okay, did we need a specific difficulty for this? No, just normal plus. Okay, let me make sure the raid's good. Yeah, we'll do normal 25 this time. I know I'm kind of happy the event is over. I can finally relax a bit. Well, that's good. That's good. See, my work has just begun, so... Well, now. The real hard work grinds now. For me, at least. Because now we're on to zone drops. It's even worse. The Vault of Archivon has hundreds of mogs. It does, but it is... A lot of Vault of Archivon over is... It's extra from like other raids, so ICC and Trial of the Crusader, for example. This is Trial of the Champion, I don't remember what the raid version is. So, don't it'll make you feel miserable again. No, I've got lots to do. The real grind starts now. I've been waiting for this. I am eager to get through it. Try the Crusader, yeah, thank you. Big fan of cows. Nice, nice. Glad I got the charger last minute. I saw that! What the heck? It took you so long to get that. I'm so sorry, Yunda. Glad you got it, though. Really wonder if people out there having 65 druids. Very possible. I wouldn't doubt it. I have, probably somewhere like 20-something myself, so I wouldn't doubt it. Oh, nice. That's good. I was seeing years of grind. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This will be years. Absolutely. I mean, not for you, but, you know. Try the Kraken Satyr. I have 3 druids and I don't play them. Nah. They're handy for if you don't need class-specific stuff. They're nice and fast for old content. So they're definitely handy for that. I knew a streamer who multi-boxed a few druids for multi-boxing got nerfed. I used to multi-box druids. I still do once in a while when I need it. But it's a little harder since you can't use third-party key stuff anymore. Kind of like HotKeyNet, that's the one I used to use. Multi-boxing itself is technically still legal, but boy did they make it a lot harder. I only have them for the Disco Cat. Cute. I don't have 64, but I got one for each race, both Ally and Horde. My main is a troll. Perfect. Druids are good if you want fast mod collecting, but don't actually want to wear it. Fair. Got 47 now? Congrats. I'd have to go look. I don't actually know how many I have. I know I have one of every race class combo and then a whole bunch of extra because there's not a lot of druid options. But, you know. Okay. Cho'Gall, please cough up the drop. Make Forsaken Druids. Let's hope so. More druid classes, or races, please. Gnome Druids. Those 2. Yeah, well, I want Drakthir Druids, so, yeah. And Blood Elf Druids. The Cho'Gall of that guy. Give. I don't think he gave it. No. He did not. Gosh dang it. Why this one? It's fine, I guess. Alright, well we did that. No dice this week on the Volpera drop. I get all the other ones, but for some reason Cho'Gall's like, nah. It's being arbitrarily obtuse. No more druid raids means more druid farms, which means I will need to make more druids. Exactly. Ha ha ha. Gnome DH, but they get their powers from imps. That would be very cute. I would love that, honestly. Okay, so we did that. We do need to do Serpent Shrine and Spider. So let's get on the Shamans. Let's do Serpent Shrine. Let's try for that illusion. Ooh, I need to add Ragnaros to that list. I didn't add Ragnaros from last week. Right. So Molten Core, Serpent Shrine, and Archway. We're gonna shaman it up here for a sec. Well, for a hot minute. No druids, but their bear form is a bunny. I want way more races to be druid. I think there's more that make lore sense now than ever. Agreed, Jackie. Cho'Gall is Two-Face after all. That is fair. Did he not drop his Twilight Sparkle Hammer? Wait, I think I'm mixing my fandoms up. Close enough. I did not add. Hold on. Let's see. Serpent Shrine, MC Ragnaros, Illusion. There we go. Okay. Let's go over to Molten Core first. So we gotta do that one. Oops, where am I going? In here. So give all classes, all races. We justify it by just saying, ta-da, everyone go to Demon Hunter class and learn how to hunt demons. Right? Thank you! Anything can be taught. There's a reason they're called, in other fantasies, disciplines. Mm-hmm. Magic is teachable. But we all know all of the races in WoW are very racist. So that's what the entire World of Warcraft is built off of. It's very hard racism. So, yee. This is a demon. Hunt it. Learn how to pin the tail in the murloc. Perfect. I have to sit through math class, so if I have to sit through math class, we can force the gnomes to be demon hunters or whatever. Exactly. Classes for all races, but racials give more advantage to some versus others. They do, but then we have an answer for that, Swamp. If they ever finally clean up their act with the customization for different races and actually combine, like, the races and stuff, you can choose your racial between the different sub-races. That'd be cool. Yes, please. But you're always going to have some advantage over others if you actually care about racials, which you're only really going to care about racials if you're doing, like, mythic raiding and really high-end keys. Or PvP, I suppose. But, you know, that's about it. Is that, Stromguard, rather. I don't know what Stromguard is. Oh, there we go. Like, the zone Arathi? Strom something there? Like the Garrosh speech at the end of the Panda Zone, even look, Tarns made themselves useful. Look, this one is a shaman. Like they're not a real person. I know, right? It's so rude. Garrosh. Where are the missing paladin races? They tease us so bad in Dragonflight. Right? We even have Night Elf shamans that defected the primalists and joined us. We have a whole quest line about it. Night Elf shamans, please. We have a whole quest line about Night Elf paladins. Night Elf paladins, please. I don't understand. There we go. Oh yeah, I meant Stromguard. Like the zone Arathi? Is that something they're talking about in the Arathi questline? I'm actually not quite sure what you're referring to, Ghosty. The only issue I see people having and initially didn't know about was that Danath Trollbane did a 180 and now lacks orcs. I don't know. Danath Trollbane's kind of all over the place. Gotcha. Stormguard is the castle, right, in Arathi Highlands? I don't know, Alliance lore escapes me. It's okay, yeah, I think it is. We never use it for hardly anything besides, like, Warfronts, some quests, and then, like, one quest line. So, I mean, it's pretty. Night Elf Paladin would be kind of awesome. Yes, it would. Agreed. We literally have 2 of them in game. And technically more. I mean, I'd consider a Night Warrior type of Paladin. She crusaded for a loon, so hello. Is that not what a Paladin is? We might get Pallies next, but they need a mount for every race. Well, that's easy. We already have all the racial mounts. Slap some Paladin armor on them and ta-da. And you know the sad thing? Blood Elves don't even have an actual proper racial mount. They just have the Alliance horse, but it's red. They don't use a Hawkstrider for their Paladin mount. Riddle me that. Yeah, Stromguard was the home of the first human kingdom. Gotcha, yeah. It's been a hot minute since I've brushed up on my old human lore. Now we don't crusade anymore. Sure we do. I crusade for Mog. I'm a Mog crusader. Being WoW players stop screaming character assassination just because they don't like the plot point. They should have made the Night Warrior a class. Oh, agreed. Want a Pally Hawkstrider? Same. Goblin Pally riding on their motorcycles, dude, that'd be great. All I gotta do is bling it out. Gold all over the place, sparkles. Dude, I would ride it in a heartbeat. I would ride in so hard on my Goblin Paladin. My Gobadin, dude. I was suggesting racial advantage, disadvantage for classes. Oh, as a positive. For those who like a challenge or want to be different. Like Orc Warriors hit harder than Gnomes. Orc Rogues are more easily detected. Gotcha, that makes sense. I thought you meant for like raiding and PvP and stuff. That makes a sense. Maybe Denath needs to pick a new surname for everyone in the room to call him. If he's going to run around doing diplomacy for the Horde now. True. True. Trollbane's kind of an awkward last name at that point. Gnomes become demon hunters. I just imagine they're wearing Anthony Mackie Captain America style wings. That'd be cute. Denath, your bud. They should have leaned into Ron to being Night Warrior way more. Let her stab someone as a treat. Right? It was so underutilized. I would too, absolutely. Howdy hey, how goes? Back is screaming, but oddly only when laying down. Oh, I'm sorry, Mackie King. That's frustrating. Hope you're not too bad sitting or standing up at least. I am the Night Warrior Bang Bang. I am the Night Warrior Bang Bang. Nice. If they had that, I would immediately make 6 Night Warriors. Right? Night Warrior Paladin, easy, bam, right there. That would make them quote-unquote different enough, since that seems to be what Blizzard's looking for. It'd be great. Doink. Okay. I just love goblins, my favorite race. God paladins worship the light shining off their gold coins. Exactly, see? You add greed, anything is possible. Also, I'm gonna be a bit controversial. I want to avoid Pally class. Oh no, right there with you, Chroma. I've wanted voided in so hard. Let me crusade for the void, thank you. At least if it's, even if it's just a color. Like, just let me put it on my paladin, please. I want to shoot galaxies at people. Awkward's surname aside, I do think we need to be more open in storytelling to characters with a terrible opinion, changing that opinion when they realize is terrible. They do. They definitely do, and I agree. I don't know if his was done very well, but I agree. There we go. Night Warrior Paladins can only be Retribution. Night Warrior Respect would be so cool. Yes. Any of that would be awesome. Night Elf Paladins have to be moon-themed. Yes. It would only make sense, because that's where they get their light as priests. It's the light of Elune. So, moon priests. I.e. Moonadins. Void Paladins for the emptiness. Ooh, yes, for Void Paladins. For the edge. Absolutely. One day. One day. Tyrande fights the jailer at the end of the story arc. He gets his full armor and parts away to Zereth Mortis. Everyone is demoralized, and she raises her blade, and there's one huge going head impaled on it. Nice. No, for sure. Implementation of it can be good or bad, but people lose their minds if a character changes their stance, even on small things. Oh yeah, they do. They do. People get weird about it. People are one-track Andes, unfortunately, and don't believe that people can change. Goblin rallies should have a tithe ratio. Oh, pallets where they get to go wild with collection plate and get money. That'd be hilarious. After learning Lightforged Drain, it could be Warlocks. Yeah, Warlocks being class everyone gets. I don't think they have, we have a leg to stand on for lore restrictions at this point. Oh, hard agree. Same with Death Knights and any of it. There we go. Because that's the thing people forget. There's no hard set rules for the lore. The lore is whatever the heck Blizzard says it is, because it's their IP. So if they want to change their mind and be like, actually this race can be this class because of X quest line, they could do so with a drop of a hat. So why aren't they, is my question. They can make it happen. They put BS lore into it all the time. I don't know. Midnight, best expansion to bring Void Pally, just saying, agreed. Excited for Midnight announcement. I hope they have some cool things I can get excited over. Agreed. I do too. I want to be excited. Sorry, mobile phone makes me type so, but oh, you're fine, Samantha. All good. It's just work. Oh, they're not making a priority. Yeah. No. Lore is lore. Blizz never, ever retcons. Exactly. They don't add depth to it. They don't change it. That is so weird when Earthen could be Death Knight on beta, and then one day they're like, oh wait, they should be Death Knight. Like, what? Why? Yeah. Sumika's relatively early Cataclysm announcements, they promised us Worgen Shamans. I waited all those months for a werewolf and wolf armor who turns into wolf and summons wolves. You and me both, Jacat. Same. Yes. I remember that. I want it. If they can shoehorn troll paladins worshipping Aloha, they can shoehorn pretty much any kind of paladin. Agreed. I don't really know how Razan can make light, but you know. Hello, Angelo. So what was with today's update? Today is Tuesday, so that means we are doing all the reset stuff. So happy reset day. Glad to have you here. Welcome. We got lots to farm. Did we get the illusion? No. Of course not. Gosh dang it. Okay, so now we need to go to Serpent Shrine. Just use the Dollar on Hearth here. Delish lasagna. Yeah. If Earthing can become a DK, would they be called, would they be rubble in? That'd be cute. Goblin Pallies worship the light of gold. I want to buy it, no more class restrictions on PC rep vendors. Agreed, geek. Agreed. It's very frustrating. Damn you, Rag shakes fist. I know, right? He's being very stubborn. Nothing special with today's update, though. Oh, what did they fix or change? Oh, I have no idea. Was there an update today? I didn't see one, honestly. I don't believe so. I didn't have any, updates before I fired up the game. There might be an update now, I don't know. I did not see one. I know the Collector's Bounty event is over, so no update on my end. Yeah, none on my end. Let's go over there. So nothing to report yet, I suppose. Besides, Collector's Bounty is over. The Goblin event is over, at least for NA. EU has got a few hours left on it. But, yeah. Out of all the promises Blizzard made, I want my literal box feature from Wrath of Aerial Combat. I feel you hate doing all of Molten Core. I hate doing all of Molten Core when all you need is an illusion of the end boss. Yep. Really wish I could just go straight to Ragnaros, but no, you gotta do the whole dang dungeon. I mean raid. Kills me. Hi Kraken, I went and did one last run for the J last night on my monk. I did not get and went to Antorus for Urzel, didn't get that either. So I'm still missing those two from the bounty event, but I can still continue to farm them. I am sorry, Water Goddess. Well, I hope you get them soon. That's frustrating. Doing maintenance tomorrow in voice chat, that's the only update I see. Okay. Voice chat is broken. I always forget that WoW has its own voice chat. I never use it because the one time I tried to in the past, shortly after they released that feature, it was absolute trash compared to like Discord or something. Terrible connection. So I've just never used it since. You can, but the drop rate is lower now. It is. Back to the grossness. Okay. So we need to do Serpentine, Hydros, and the Lurker to try for the illusion in here. I remember using it once and I got "You're a girl" from someone. I had that in Vent. If anyone remembers Vent. Back when I was raiding in MOP. It got really awkward. Not sure why anyone is using voice chat these days, to be honest. In game, yeah, I don't know. With Discord around, I don't know. What's Discord? I use Ventrilo. Discord is like kind of a superior version of Ventrilo, whereas Vent is just for chat. Is Vent? I'm surprised Vent is even still around. Discord is, it includes text, chat, pictures, all kinds of stuff. It's kind of like an updated version of that. I'm still gaming old TeamSpeak. I never used TeamSpeak. I went straight from Vent to Discord. Good old Vent. Yep, the every time you would click on it. I remember I paid for our guild Vent server back in the day. Yep, back when you had to do that. I don't miss that. My Discord is the best. TeamSpeak #2. Yep, said one word, everyone freaked, never talked again for a long time. I don't blame you, because that makes it really weird. That makes it really weird. Vent, TeamSpeak, Mumble. Oh man, I kinda forgot Mumble existed, if I'm honest. I've only ever used, I used Skype for work for a brief time. But that was about it. Isn't Skype not around anymore? Didn't they get shut down or something? I don't remember. This rear sucks. Oh no, I'm sorry. RIP. Private Skype died a couple months ago. Skype is just Grandpa Zoom. That's what I thought. Okay. I need to do fish. Collector's Bounty could have been so rewarding if I bored myself to tears long ago earning various raid skips. Instead, I did almost 60 full at night hold runs yesterday and zoned out, had to sell all the junk, forgot what I was doing in every single Elison monologue. Oh, I'm sorry. RIP. Right, the sound isn't working on this. Gotta watch it. Well, come on. Oh. Stretchies. Skype is Microsoft Teams now. Boo. Remember swapping from Vent to Discord? It blew my mind you could do all that in a single platform. Same. I swapped to Discord back in Legion, I think is when I switched to it. Yeah, I was flabbergasted. I was like, wow, it's more than just voice. I can do text and pictures and video links, and we can have different channels and organize it. Yeah, I was very impressed. Been pretty staple for me, honestly. I use it for a lot. I even use it for work. I mean, outside of streaming and stuff. Oh, stretchies. Yerg. Come on. Eh. Hiya, Kraken. Hello, Steely. How you doing? Glad to have you here. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Come on, summon the fish. Let's go. This boss. Any day now. Or you could just not. Oi. Dude, bro. Get the boss. Well, I mean, it's still better than fishing the pre-rework Hydra in ZG. True. Still irritating, but dude, come on. I got places to be. I don't want to be standing here in Serpent Shrine Cavern fishing. There he is. He did not give the illusion. Okay, to the Archway then. Well, well, well. I know ventrilo trauma flashbacks. One of the UI buttons got stuck somehow, and my entire guild heard me and my partner doing stuff, lots of verbal context for 15 minutes. I'm sorry, that's kind of funny. But they didn't let you let that one down for a while. That's amazing. Let's see. Alright, down to the Archway. Heroic. Pig. I need a pig shaman form. Can I have a pig shaman form? Just a big old ghost pig? That'd be great. I would love a ghost pig. Okay. Alright, let's see. To the left or to the right? To the right. Try for the spider. When they heard that for free, nowadays you can charge for that. True. Pig shaman corpses have apples in their mouths. Aw, that would be cute though. No more Skype hype. No. The older I get, the less I want to voice chat. I am permanently invisible on Discord to avoid conversations. That is totally fair. The only voice chat I actually want to do, you know, outside of streaming, is usually with Silver, my bestie. That's about it. I don't really like talking to anyone else, if I'm honest. Don't blame you. I also avoid everyone in Discord / endgame. Simply goodbye. Fair. I had a successful last night of mount collecting. Nice. Got me Antoran Chowerhound on my second attempt of the day and decided to run from the month's head. Got that on my second attempt last night too. Congrats, Steely. Congrats. That's awesome. Nicely done. Congrats. That feels good to get those off your list. Come here, you. Okay. Alright. Beautiful. Hey, beautiful. Alright. Come on, spider. Give me the tome, please. Really tired of doing this one. No tome. Alright. Back out. Alright, see if I can beat the timer. Gotta go this way. Someone recalibrated my Culturian into a Belf, and now I feel body shamed. That's funny. Was not expecting Mim's head. So surprised. Made up for the hard grind on Gmod. No kidding. Congrats. No kidding. MMO girlfriend whispers in your ear that your guild definitely can't hear you smashing ASMR video now on Patreon. Perfect. And you know the sad thing, people would pay for it. They really would. That's hilarious. Hot take, male Culturian males are hot AF. They are all yours, Ghosty. They are all yours. Not my body type for sure. Alright, and we need to do that again on Mythic. It's been fun to see how people decided on prioritizing their mount transmog farms for the past weeks. Some by instance types, or by expansion, or just interesting social... sorry, for almost an interesting social study. That's true. That is a good point. Very interesting. Whoa! Congrats. They're all yours. Hair choices matter, but yeah, they can be ghosty. Perfect. Totally butchered those sentences. I apologize. Alright, we gotta go around this way. Perfect. I like this way better. Oh, come on. Get out of here. If someone can publish a study based on corrupted blood, anything is possible. True. Okay. I have a male Kultiran Guardian Druid who wears only those free briefs. Peak bear energy. Perfect. I think. So I have 2 male Kultiran Druids, I think. Or Druids. One's a Druid, and one's a Warrior. 2 male Kultirans. I like the male Kultirans in plate armor. They look really good with that. They're just this big hulking beast man. It's pretty impressive. Did Collector's Bounty end? It did. It did. EU, I think, has a few more hours left on it, but for NA, it is over. There we go. Yeah, I'm doing bank stuff. Really worried about my main, though. I have quite a bit of soulbound stuff related to collections I have to finish from back on the way. Oh, stretch, hold on. There we go. Going to focus on that on this expansion, but way too much stuff to participate in. Yeah, totally fair. I'm gonna be doing. I was gonna do bank stuff today originally, but then since I want to farm a bunch of dungeons and raids and stuff, I'll have to do the bank stuff probably like on Monday before the patch, because I want to pull stuff out into my inventory, but I can't really do that if I need the bag space for running raids and dungeons. So I'll do that. Probably Monday, right before patch. Does it feel sad without the drop increase? Still a few more hours left in EU. It definitely does. It definitely does. Luckily, I managed to get almost all of the Mog, though, that I was after. Only like one piece didn't want to drop that was actually affected by the buff. So, everything else I'm going after now is stuff that wasn't affected by the buff anyways. But yes, overall, absolutely. Kultiran Guardian Bears on a bear. Bear on bear. Body types can work the shoulder armor. Are fantastic. Agreed, yeah. Should roll a Worgen Druid for Lemix. Worgen Druid would be fun. They're really cute. I also have my male KT as a warrior. I appreciate the girth when you use the Harvester Mog for the trading post. Perfect. Let's see. I can't mount out here, can I? That's fine. He can just log out here. Alright, next shaman. This one wasn't lucky. I got 25 mounts and counting. Don't want this to end. Nice! Congrats! I tried to focus on mounts, but I did not feel a difference in the luck. My luck was pretty terrible. Over 200 attempts on Gmod before I gave up and went back to to Mog farming, I mean. I should have switched sooner, but I'm glad I did when I did in the first week, because I got a lot of my Mog gold done, so I'm very happy about that. 25? Wow, that's great. I know, right? So congratulations on that. I got... How many did I technically get? 5, I think? I finished off the dungeon mounts that I was missing, which was good. So I'm very happy about that. Hello, Hanif. How you doing? Glad to have you here. Welcome. Alright. To Molten Core. Here we go. So how's the drop rate today post-CB? I'm sure it's sad. I'm definitely sad it's over, but I'm honestly, there wasn't a lot left I needed that was affected by the buff, so doesn't feel any different for her, unfortunately. No shot of anything in Warband Bank being affected, right? Because it's not part of the new update. Sweet Summer Child. Warband Bank is definitely in danger. Here's why. Blizzard said... when Blizzard updated the Warband banks, the guild banks got hard hit because they made the Warband bank out of guild bank pieces. And they're turning the regular bank into a Warband bank-esque thing, which means the Warband bank and the guild bank are not safe. So, good luck. Wishing you the best. Out of the 45 mounts that were buffed, I only needed 20 and ended up getting 18 out of 20 for the 4 weeks with 10 of them. being in the first week due to me being on a layoff of work, so I could play all day, all week. I'd say that was a success. Plus I got everything from the Guides WIP event too. Nice, congrats Water Goddess. That's good. Any advice for the newly returned from Legion player? Yeah, I would say pick your favorite class, pick your favorite character, and only do the content you actually enjoy. That's what I would say. Don't let people bully you into things you won't like. And you'll have a good time with it, so good luck. I hope you enjoy. You can reset Heroic Archway? Really? I was never able to. Is that a new glitch? Interesting. I thought the only two heroics you could reset were Tazavesh and not trying to remember what's the other one. Return to Karazhan. Interesting. I did level up my characters that might have been that I might have wanted to play this new season. Nice! Congrats, Hanif. Congrats. Small indie company, nothing can go wrong, right? Exactly. Exactly. Gmod was not up for sure. I'd ran over 100 before it dropped. Friends at close to 100. Never dropped for them. Yep. I definitely don't think that one was buffed. Is there a way to see when you acquired a thing in your collection? Unless it has an achievement? Not really. I've been wondering the same thing, and I've not been able to find like something specific. So I don't think so. I got 24 out of 25. Didn't even want to bother with Jailer. Fair. And congrats, Kiwa. Congrats. Taking all my pet items out of Warband then? Yeah, I definitely would recommend doing that. I'm going to be doing that next Monday before patch as well. So you think your personal bank is safe though? No, it's absolutely not safe. Personal bank, Warband bank, guild bank, not safe. Neither is the void storage because it's being removed. The only things I would say is safe is your personal character's bags. The on-person bags. So every time they update something like this, all of it gets totally destroyed, so they have not had a good history with this sort of thing. Let's see, I would mail all my items to Attune, keep it in the mail until the bank patch hits. The problem is, I'm talking about things that are not mailable, like unobtainables, BOPs, soulbound stuff, not account-wide. That's all the stuff I have, so the mail would not help me in any fashion. Oh sorry, I misunderstood you. Oh, you're fine, Sealy, no worries. I know, it can get confusing with all these different storage spots. What about mail? Maybe? I wouldn't trust it personally, but I don't usually trust the mail system anyway because it constantly fails me, so maybe that's just me. I have bad luck with the mail. That's great news. I won't have to clean up my bags as the resorter. Wow. Keep up the good work. I'm a big fan since Legion, following almost all guides. Oh, well, thank you, Hanif. Appreciate it. I'm glad to have you here. Welcome. Let's see. I won't, let's see. Hoarder stuff is going away, isn't it? I have no idea. Not sure on that one. Yeah, those are the things I'm worried about having enough bag space. Exactly, the things that, you know, are actually like soulbound. Honestly, I will have to just wish for the best. My stuff will be okay. Pretty much. Pretty much. Alright, up we go. Up we go. Oh, this raid. I would love to be done with this raid. There are some removed from game items that if you remove from Void Bank right now would vanish. Those will vanish, but I don't think a special delete script. I think it'll just be whatever is in place right now. The Void Bank just protected them from that process. Thank you so much, Hannah, for the sub, for the support. Super appreciate your membership. Thank you so much. Because thanks to folks like you, I can keep working. So thank you so much, Hannah. Appreciate you. There we go. Here we go. Onwards. Much love to you as well, Hanif. Thank you so much. Here we are. Up we go. Hopefully this character will be lucky to get the illusion. I'm really tired of running Molten Core for just the illusion. Seriously. This is going to be a hell of an endeavor. I've never lost anything all these years, but my trust is eroded. Oh, you've been really lucky then, Steely. Good luck. I hope your luck persists. I do hope. Because, man, if I don't lose anything at all through this event, through this update on patch day, I will actually give Blizzard a standing innovation. Legit. Because that'll be really impressive if they can pull that off. Oh no, I'm clearing everything, no doubt. Exactly, agreed, same. I've decided for my last Jailer Sylvanas runs, I'm only letting people on underleveled or not max alts join me. People are much nicer that way. Well, that's good. Nice. Undergeared. Perfect. Well, good luck. I hope you get it. Alright, now we can go do Ragnaros. Yep, cleared everybody. Excellent. Alright, Raggy. It's the only thing I need from Molten Core. The only thing. Just the illusion. Wow. The god himself, exactly. Hello, Murder Lord, how you doing? I may have lost things in previous conversions, but haven't noticed. I can't remember what I have in the first place. Would it help to take some screenshots? Maybe that could, ow, so I smack my own headset. Help you figure it out. When you do Jailer, only one person can get the mount, though. Yeah, you do. That's why I've not done it with anyone other than my bestie Silver, because I don't really want to share. I still have to get that dang Shaman illusion. I thought I cleared MC, but noticed the other day was the only thing for me too. Right? I'm just like, oop, why? Why are there so many Shaman only illusions? Have you noticed that? I didn't know this was a thing for the longest time. Dang it, Blizzard. Ugh. It's a good thing I have 4 Shamans on my main account. Beh. And you gotta do the whole raid to get to Raggy. Can't just go straight to him. Hey Kraken, any luck with stuff? Nothing yet. We're doing our usual runs of trying to get illusions and tomes and all that jazz, so nothing yet. But hello Harkin, glad to have you here, welcome. Drop rate is effectively nerfed when you do it with more than yourself. Exactly. I'm not surprised. BFA raid soloable with a 610 rep pala? Absolutely, yes. If long as you're, well, it's not, you'd be 80 if you are 610. So yes, I was gonna say long as you're 80, you're fine, but yes, absolutely. Yep, and they fixed the mechanics, so if you're solo, you should be able to do Mythic as well for BFA. Good to go. Because they added the Shaman weapon imbues weapon illusions, but didn't want to make them available to other classes. It's an odd choice. It is very weird. Karaste, thank you so much for the sub, the resub even. Super appreciate your support, because thanks to folks like you, I can keep working. So thank you so much. Spanky very much. Been trying to do the mount runs on my alt army, not that much luck, other than the Stratholm and Zulgrub mount. Noise. Well, good luck. I hope you get those soon. The other mounts you're getting, you know. And congrats on the Stratholm and Zulgrub mounts. So congratulations. Come on, Ragnaros, let's go. Give me the illusion, please. I'm tired of doing Molten Core. Ragnaros. Illusion, please. Dang it. Alright. To, Serpentrine. I mean, the mounts are cool, but I'm more happy that I was able to cross so many old dungeons off my list. Oh, same. I got a lot of Mog and got pretty much 100%, like 99% really, of the Mog that was buffed from the events for Classic through Legion, so I'm very happy. I already had BFA and Shadowlands done, but very happy about that. Collector's Bounty, I wish I returned for early Ashes of a Lair. Yeah, I hope you get it if you do try for it. Luckily, it's not a long raid. You can go straight to Kael'thas, but yeah, I feel you. Okay. Let's see. We need to go to Serpentrine. For me, I managed to do dungeons from vanilla to Warlord's normal. Still the heroic ones and mythic left. Ah, nice. Well, still, that's a lot of, that's a lot, so congrats. I still got all the zone drops and recipes and all that to farm from all of those. But at least in terms of boss loot that was actually affected by the buff, I managed all that, so I'm done with that. I'm very happy. Technically hit my goal. Now, just to truly 100% them. Wee. Okay. Now to do Serpentrine and then over to Archway again. And I will attempt to do I will attempt to reset that one. I tried to reset it before and it didn't work. But if the weirdness of being able to reset heroics has spread to that one, I will not complain. Smoking weed, doing coke, drinking beer. Nice. You've probably heard already, but SL raids aren't dropping items. I have heard that. I saw that in Discord right before I started to stream. So it's a good thing I'm not doing SL stuff right now. If you get the reference. I do not. Apologies. That drink's all gone. Jay and Silent Bob. Gotcha, I'm not sure what that is. Might be a little before my time. Or at least not something I was interested in. Hey, nice. Perfect. Down we go. Alright, see if we can get the illusion in this instance. Onwards. Snoochie booches? What? Oh dude, I'm in Castle Nathrian and was wondering why nothing was dropping. Uh-oh. So it is actually a thing. That's not good. Yeah, maybe focus on other expansions for now. Yikes. Hopefully they fix that soon. Wonder what happened with that. How weird. They turned off the buff and accidentally turned off the loot. Weep womp. Okay, Hydros. Give me the illusion, please. If links work in chat, let's see. Gotcha. They should. I can check it out after stream. No illusion. Transmog was a success during Collector's Bounty event, only now I have 4 raids, Dragon Soul, Battle for Dazara Lore, Sanctum, and Ulduar that I need mounts for, but with all the runs I got, only one of the mounts from there, so not sure mounts were actually buffed for me. I feel you. They were definitely not buffed for me either. When you have the time, it's the scene I was talking about. Perfect. Thank you, Harken. Yeah. Here we go. I think it did actually hide the link. That's okay. I can look it up later. Thank you, Harken. Out of here. Okay. I had weird things happen in SSC. I killed the first boss in the DH days ago. Instance already said it was in progress and got no loot. That's weird. Uh-oh. They brought it back to non-legacy mode for drops. What? Blizzard. How do you do that? I swear. Let's move over here. Just sat down, again, what? I had to run over to my sister's place. Daughter not answering calls for 5 hours. She was asleep with a new puppy wreaked havoc. That's funny. Yeah, no. No loot. Shadowlands is apparently not dropping loot, so maybe run something else for now. Small Comfy, how you doing? Glad to have you here. Welcome. Hey, did you get the armor sets at the Diablo event? I did. I got the mount, the backpack, the bag, and all the armor sets. Finished that in the first week of the event. I made sure to get that out of the way quick, that way I could focus on Mog and stuff. So I did. This boss. My puppies are cute, so they live to adulthood. Exactly. Kind of gave up on it, got 3 armor sets, I think. Ah, gotcha. Understandable. It was definitely a boring grind. I really liked all the Mog, though, so I definitely got it. Once we take out this boss here, we'll go over to Arkway. It's just recolors. I got the other Blizzard anniversary sets. It is, and I absolutely adore recolors, and I hope they continue to do more. I like getting colors, different colors that fit the different sets. I'm very happy with that, personally. Those are nice sets too, especially the black and red on the monk. That is probably my favorite monk set ever, actually, now. Definitely going to be putting that on somebody. It'd be interesting if they added tints to the game. I mean, that would be sick. Oh, agreed. Dyes and tints would be amazing. I know they talked about that back in BFA because they were asked about it. They said it was a technical challenge that they didn't want to deal with. So I'm hoping they change their mind someday, because I agree. That would be really cool. Can this boss pop up, please? I have things to do. I swear, Sliver comes in here and always gets this boss to pop up on her first cast. And I'm over here just like 5 minutes later. Boss, please. Technical challenge, translation. I hope we hope to sell all the alt colors or add to a trading post. I got what you mean. Yeah, exactly. Also, I visited the BFA and SL raids for the first time this month, so it was fun to learn the mechanics, especially on Mythic for them. It almost seems like I had a few patches released within a month. Really kind of did, yeah. The boss is avoiding you since I heard you like fish sticks. Apparently. There's tints in housing, but overall I don't think the WoW engine is built for dye systems that we want. No, they said they'd have to like work on, like redo that entirely, and I'm like, please though, that'd be so cool. One day maybe. Oh, come on. Give me the boss, please. This is ridiculous. Bruh. Fishing is the most boring thing in this game. Take a drink of water for every failed cast. If I had to do that, I would pee immediately. Did you see the Bink blue post? Oh yes, I have. I am displeased personally, but at least they told us in advance. So we can say our farewells to it now. What kind of them will you be going, kind of theme will you be going to get your house? I have no idea. I don't even know what they have because I can guarantee you all the themes I want wouldn't exist. So, not a clue. Because I would want a oh, there we go, finally. A Nyalotha themed house, or yeah, I didn't think so. A Burning Throne and Taurus themed house, or stuff like that. But that'll probably never be a thing, so you know, I don't know. Arc is worse than fishing. At least this is semi-AFK. I'd rather do archaeology because I'm moving around. I don't like AFK gaming. If I wanted to play AFK gaming, I'd play like a gacha game or something. So, not a fan of it personally. It's not that bad. They haven't really been giving us many upgrades when it comes to big bags. Yeah, I disagree. I absolutely despise the bank changes, especially once we hit 42 slots. I mean, trust me, there's a lot of reasons I don't like it. I'm very unhappy with it. Where am I going? Archway. They think hey, would have to go back and rework the texture of every single armor piece to be black and white, then add control maps to the individual pieces. Tintable sounds like a headache and a half. Yeah, that was stuff they had talked about in that BFA interview way back when. So I get it, but at least do it like on the new stuff or something. I don't care if they go back and do the old stuff, but at least pick a point going forward like all the new stuff could do that. I'd be fine with that. Have you ever played Diablo? I have. I played Diablo 1, 2, and 3, and I like 3 the best if I had to pick. I'm not really fond of 4, so I did a little bit of the story and then called it good. But I am a Diablo lore fan. I won't claim to know a lot about it, but Imperius is my favorite and Jirus. Thank you. I'm excited for Forsaken stuff. Do Forsaken get haunted houses? I have no idea. I don't know what all they're going to be adding. We'll see what they give us in the long run. Yeah, exactly. I don't expect any of the things I want anytime soon. Biggest thing I find a bit sad about D3 that we couldn't save the girl. Agreed. Do you play other Blizz games? I used to play StarCraft. I played all the StarCraft 2s. I played the original Warcraft 2 and 3s before the RTSs, before I ever played WoW. That's about it, though. In terms of Blizzard-specific games. There we are. I got halfway through my wide. Let me back up. At least I could use a color palette and use the same color gold tint on each page they use it on. They could. That'd be kind of cool. Got halfway through my wide array of alt-bank characters and said, I no longer care if I lose stuff, I lose it. Wasn't doing anything with them anyway, because now I forgot they existed. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Kraken, how are you up? How are you today? I'm doing fine, Cowboy. Glad to have you here. Welcome. How much of the new patch do you think is recycled Shadowlands content? I have not a clue. I've never even thought about it, so no idea. I won't be playing it for quite some time anyways, because I got other stuff I gotta work on, so not a clue. No Diablo 4? Yeah, I'm not really a fan of it. I played it for a very brief while, but it wasn't quite what I wanted out of it, so I didn't stick around. Not my type of game, I think. Irking you most about bank challenge changes. I almost feel like we have less space. I haven't checked the actual number. We'll only get about, it's like between 20 and 30 more spaces overall because they're removing void search, they're removing reagent, they're then combining all of that into one big slot, and we'll only get between 20 and 30 more spaces, and we'll no longer be able to control the size of our banks based on bag space. It'll be hard-coded by slot, similar to the Guild Bank and Warband Bank. So that means as soon as we hit 42 slot bags in the game, it's a loss, which is honestly pretty soon. We're approaching that at some point, so I'm personally not a fan. I don't like it. But, you know. I don't like the story of D4, it just makes no sense. I never finished the story, so I don't know the whole thing, but I wasn't super into it either. But, you know. Games about Diablo or even the Primevals, it's about Lilith, child of Mephisto, but we are supposed to think that the Primeval are dead, but Mephisto's still alive. As he is the Skullhead dog. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think I only did like the first 2 chapters before I lost interest. Did you get most of the transmog you wanted? I did! I got the vast majority of it. Alright, let's see if we can reset this or not. It didn't say. Oh, well, look at that! It has spread to the Archway. I swear I tried this before. That is interesting. Okay. So the Archway is now also resettable on Heroic. That's sus. That is interesting. Hey, I won't complain though. Nice. But I did. I am very happy about the transmog that I got over the month. I almost 100%ed all the dungeons and raids for things that were actually buffed by the event. So, you know, excluding zone drops and recipes and achievements. Actual just boss drops. I'm very happy. You must be running out of space costs of holding pieces random mogs no longer using. Basically a guild bank 2. I think I've had the same bag since Legion on 1 character. But you'd also have to have a full void storage that converts to void storage into usable space rather than forgotten long-term storage. So for the average player, it's better. I suppose so, if you're someone who doesn't play very much or hasn't played for very long. But for people that have played, do play a lot, and have played for a long time, it's definitely not good for them. Like me. And yes, I have full void storages. I keep all my legendaries from all the different expansions, etc. I see no reason to delete them. They're memorabilia, you know? Keep things as they are. Only thing I would change is adding more Warbank tabs to the max of 7. When are we getting 42 slot bags? I don't know. We could get it next expansion for all I know. We're due for at least 40 slot. The question is, where is Baal? Where is Diablo? Style of the game seems odd. Yeah, I have no idea. I didn't keep up with the story of D4, so I can't comment much. Then again, who knows, the way they did the new bank update, they could always implement 1 new bank slot per expansion. I'll be really impressed if they do, and I'll mildly change my tune. Only mildly, because there's a lot of other things I don't like about it. But that would be nice if they did. I kind of doubt they will. I'd love to be proven wrong, but we'll see. You got Invincible finally? Congrats, cowboy! Congrats! Doesn't it make it so they can expand the space for overall? With player housing, I can see demand for more space will come, even with a load of 10k items to begin with. It is if they do what Harkin just said and they add more tabs, but it's gonna get expensive real fast. I mean, look how expensive the warband tabs are. Okay, so this is resettable. That is interesting. That is good to know. Interesting, interesting. Alright, let me, I'll just do the timer here. Let them kick me out. I'll farm that in a bit. Because we got other weeklies we need to get to. Who knows, maybe we have 2 expansions. It'd be idiotic if they didn't. Also, lower band is a bit of a cheat. Koresh looks cool as a new zone. Oh, absolutely. I'm definitely excited to do Koresh stuff at some point. It gives me kind of like Argus vibes, and I loved Argus. I'm at the gear in the Warbank that is Warbound. Counts as eye level of alts. Ah, nice. Well, that's kind of cool. The only gear I keep in there is like stuff to sell in the auction house, so... Take a picture of my bank for the update, see if anything goes missing. Same Chronicle. I will be too. I'll be doing that next Monday. I moved the reagent section. You can still use the reagent tabs. You can. But the problem with that, Haley, is if it's going to function like the Warband bank, when you right-click stuff, it goes into your first tab, regardless of what you set your settings to. It doesn't work very well with the Warband bank, so... Fingers crossed they fix it, I guess. Wonder if player housing will have display racks for legendaries. That'd be cool. I was teased last week when I said I wasn't going to log in until I saw either the whole bank thing went off without a hitch, pointed out that the process to convert your bag starts when you log in, so not logging in seems smart. True. Very true. I mean, look into your equipped gear eye level when it says you mouse over the score. Sure. Let's see. My item level is 545 and my PvP is 545. So there you go. That is my gear. That's what it says when I mouse over it. Alright, we got Molten Core and Serpent Trend to do again. Pisses me off as the amount of gold for the space. They need to keep bank tabs under 1k gold as far as I'm concerned. Agreed, Steely. I don't like that we're going to be paying 9-ish k per character unless you hit 80. But I purposely don't hit 80 on all of my characters. So I'm very annoyed about that. 545 is really low. It is indeed. It is, correct. I do not gear. So, correct. I did actually notice that right-clicking armor tokens go into the crap tag this week. Oh, nice! Did they hopefully stealth fix it? Because, boy, oh, I'm getting real tired of that. Can they fix the guild bank version? That'd be nice. Yeah, but the warband tabs will be free once you're level 80. Yeah, but like I said, I purposely don't level most of my characters to 80, so it does not help me. Kraken, you run more than 4 accounts, don't you? I do. I have 8. You can have up to 8 WoW accounts per Battle.net, and I have all 8. Only my main account is active right now. I don't have access to my other 7. They're not subbed, but I do. Cool. Right now on my Warlock, it's so 629 equipped, but it says I'm 635 on him. Interesting. Do you think that secondary part is your PvP item level? That's what the one is for me, for the secondary item level. In we go. These Blizzard don't make it possible to have more accounts in your Blizzard account. Don't make it possible? I would actually, if they added more, go up to like 10 or something. That'd be really nice. I mean, it says that, but I can do raids LFR. Nice, nice. Maybe it counts your PvP item level then, I don't know. I don't gear anymore, so I couldn't tell you. It's 540, I level enough for new content in the new season. Almost all my characters are at 540, 580. I have no idea, Hanif. I don't really play a lot of current content. I'm mostly a legacy player, so I am uncertain. Even on another alt that is 591 level on the guy. Nice. Not bad, not bad. All bank tabs will be warband. Yeah, I'm not particularly happy about that. I assume you only pay the difference, so if you're 70, you'd only pay for the 80 tab, not the 1 to 80. I have no idea. They haven't really clarified on that. Is that guaranteed that they'll be at free at 80? It's what they said in their blue post about it, so. The way I was reading it is they open up the ability to buy at 80 unless you already have it now. All I can do is shrug. Not a clue. That's just what they said in the post, I'm not sure. Here we go. Beautiful. Are you having issues like a lot of DCing in game? And K-Check are having some? No, I haven't had any DCs yet. But fingers crossed, I will continue to be okay. We have to wait and see. I have a fair bit of level 80s, especially basically 2 of each class at the moment. Nice. I have 33 80s. 26 of them are my class mains. Some of those are on accounts that aren't subbed at the moment. Hey, oof, yeah, it just needed stress. Yep, agreed. They won't be free at 80. The post is only talking about introduction time. At patch, characters that are 80 at the time will get everything unlocked. New 80s will have to buy. There you go. Thank you, Synchronous. Because I have no idea. I looked at it on PTR, but that didn't really answer a whole lot, so. Just went through all my alts, made sure they all bought void storage and the bank slots just in case. Perfect. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing too on next Monday. We'll definitely dedicate a whole day to that, so. Just missing 3, my second priest, second mage, second warlock. Nice. Getting there. Pretty close. The difference is you have something with better eye level either in your bags or personal bank, or bound items, and the war bank should not count towards eye level since it has to be soul bound on the person account. Gotcha. That makes sense. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't gear anymore, so I don't know what the crazy rules are like anymore. It's nice. I don't miss gearing. I hated it. Alright, Gar. Lots of transmog to be had. Exactly. Hopefully, we get the illusion. I'm a little tired of running Molten Core. Out of my personal bank, some more Ben Bank. Nice, congrats. Second monk literally has a trinket from the last expansion and some 541 level gear. Nice. And most of mine are like in heirlooms or whatever they got leveled with. My main is really the only one that has any sort of gear on him, but that's just because he's the only one I do any current content on. Gearing is so boring, but doing while doing simple quests is so annoying. Fair. Gearing is very boring. Absolutely. Every run gives you the illusion of hope, that's for sure. Tell me about it. You got that right. Don't give me that. Go. Man, kick is buggy. I don't appreciate that, actually. Why did they skip from Mop to Legion Remix? Justice for WoD? I don't know. I'm not sure either. I think they're just picking the quote-unquote favorites, but that seems a little weird to me. I know. If we were gonna do anything, I expected WoD Remix next, but I guess not. Really unfortunate. If it had not been for Delves' expansion, I would have been logging and dreading my playtime, because open world mob scaling sucks. It sucks even worse than it did at Dragonflight. Agreed, Mecha King. It really does. It's part of the reason I just kind of swore it off until later. I got sick of it. I'm like, I'm not here to gear, I just want to do open world stuff, dude. I'll pass. So, right there with you. I mean, WoD would be rather boring since it's just 3 raids, because WoD sucks. Yeah, I disagree. WoD's in one of my top favorites. High Mall, Blackrock Family, Hellfire, Citadel. It is! 2 of my favorite raids in there, too. I did those when they were current. Those were good raids. Every run gives you the... I'd say right that. If they remixed WoD, people would demand all the cancelled content. Oh, I would love all the cancelled content. I doubt they would ever do that, though, just because they didn't even bring in all the stuff that was in original mop. I backed down because I got so much gold just playing the game with Halt. Nice. I had to thank whoever bring Horrific Visions. They love that content. Nice. Glad to hear it. WoD was awesome for gold farming. True. Definitely was. My mom was too scared of me talking to strangers on the internet, though. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. That's frustrating. Garrison's made me bonk. Aw, I love my Garrison. Probably why I'm looking forward to player housing if I can get it as private as possible. I like my Garrison. I still use it a lot. Okay, now we can go for Ragnaros again, finally. Which Garrison was what player housing would be like. It would feel more like Warcraft. Yeah, understandable. A base with some plots of land. I think we get to... Don't we get to customize our yard and stuff too? The outside around our house? Seems like I read something about that. Are they changing the bank in the first place? I'm not sure, Hannalus. I assumed maybe it's a space issue. Trying to update their server storage type stuff. parents, man. Yeah. Oh, for one thing, a herb garden, we can plant seed of any herb that is in game. Well, they said they wouldn't be tying any, like, player power, quote-unquote, to it, which I think they include professions with that. But I would like to at least aesthetically plant herbs, at least. Just for cosmetic, not to farm herbs and sell. Agreed. Yeah, exactly. At least for cosmetic purposes. I agree. There are a lot of really pretty herbs and flowers and stuff. Like bubble poppy, I think has got to be one of my favorites. It's so freaking adorable. Maybe in the future expansion we may get player houses. We will! We actually are getting player housing in... Let's see, it would be the beginning of winter, so sometime in maybe November, December. So we are indeed getting player housing. It is coming. I mean, imagine an herb garden with frost lotus and other stuff. There are many pretty ones. Yes, that'd be so nice, dude. It'd be gorgeous. Oh, 3 raids has been the norm for Blizzard lately. Last 3 X packs only have 3 raids, including War Within. It has. Correct, yeah. Can we plant security lashers? Security lashers, dude. They just whip at people and hiss at them as they go by. It's like, alright, calm down. Midnight expansions, player houses, hooray! Yes, it does. It does, Hanif. So congrats. Player housing is coming. Definitely look it up on Wowhead and such. You can find all the posts about housing there. So it's pretty exciting. In fact, I might have a link for you. Do I have a link for housing? I don't think I added that to the YouTube one. House. Yeah, here you go. Let me grab this link for you. While he's yapping over there. There you go. There's some housing info about what's coming, Hanif, so you can give that a look and get excited. Pretty cool stuff. So I hope you like what you see. Well, 3 raids cheer, but 3 raid tiers. Well, it had only 2 raid tiers. And Legion, mini raids. Legion had a lot of raids. Oh, it is prohibited sight in Turkey. Really? Really? Oh, that's frustrating. I am sorry. Huh. Well, I don't have a different link then, I'm afraid. That's what we use around here, so. Well, just know it's coming, so it is coming. He didn't give the illusion. Okay, so we're going to Serpent Shrine then. Use VPN for guides. Ah, that makes sense. Emerald Nightmare, Nightborn Place is 1 tier, Tomb Sargeras, Trial 2 tier, and Taurus tier 3. Noise. Very cool. Alright, let me vendor stuff. It'll be interesting what when Legion Remix come out. Yeah, I'm not personally looking forward to it because I hated Mop Remix, but you know, I'm sure a lot of people will like it. Here we go. Okay, let me dump her bags real quick. There we go. Let's see, here we go. Mop Remix was so awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Good. You were definitely the target audience then, so I'm glad you liked it. Just what they add and what they won't, other than the Mage Tower thing. They could add recolors of class hull armor set. Maybe even add recolor of challengement armor like class armor. Very possible. Very possible. It in there. Definitely gonna have to do auction house stuff today again. Woof. Alright. Over to Serpent Shrine. We'll actually go ahead and leave Archway off the list for now, just because I can apparently reset Archway now, so that's nice. So I'll farm that later. People won't complain about the unique of having the Mop Challenge armor sets. Oh, they definitely will. They'll complain either way. It's stupid that they didn't bring them back from Mop Remix, but whatever. Where are we going? Server Shrine. May I ask why you thought Mop Remix wasn't for you? Sure, I can give you quite the spiel, Ghosty. It was misleading, it was extremely buggy. They left out a lot of content, no tillers, no farm, It was not as advertised. They had said that we would be like kind of like Mop Classic vibe, but it was actually what we already have in game. The Legion ships were even up at the Peak of Serenity like it is right now in current. And I didn't like that we had to make new characters as a requirement. I also didn't like the 200 plus unique weapon drops that were not advertised or not even recognized by Blizzard until after it was over. They were spec specific, class specific. A lot of them were not tradable. It took me 33 characters to get all of them. It was awful. And then the snarky attitude from Blizzard about it afterwards. Trust me, there's more. I could keep going. I have a lot of reasons. So, a lot. But I won't keep going, so. There's the primary ones, at least. They can't remix Legion. Now I'm calling it Lemix. They can't remix Legion. That would be Healing the Scars of the original. Like with Legion Remix and Mage Tower, would be way too easy. I guess so, but all they have to do is turn off the scaling. So I disagree there. Yeah, the weapons was annoying. Should have been a chest you could purchase the bronze and play gacha game for it to drop. Agreed. I would have preferred that over what we had to do. I had to no life it to get most of those. It was really horrible. I just like being able to buy the mounts, mug, and toys with currency. That part was refreshing at least. Agreed. The currency part, great, when it worked. The problem too was a lot of the bugs that were there. Some people never got their transmug sets because they never got fixed. They kept fixing them, quotation marks, but it just wouldn't. Some people still don't have all the proper cloak appearances. It's kind of insane. The achievements not properly rewarding their stuff. It's a
Denise
list.
Studio sub to your channel for 1 month.
Heneve, thank you so much for the sub. Wow, over here on Twitch too. Double sub. Thank you so much. It's very supportive of you. Appreciate you, and I hope you have a good day and life. I don't know where I was going with that. Thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate your support because thanks to folks like you, I can keep working. So thank you so much. There we go. At least then you could maybe get it after some 100 boxes. Yeah, exactly. I just like to be, let's see right there. I was hoping to play through the Rathian story more detailed. Yeah, that's another thing. The cloak. They didn't bring back the cloak quest line that they had removed. Even though that story is extremely lore relevant right now, and they keep referencing to it, but it's not there. I forget I'm watching from YouTube. You're totally fine, Hannah, but it's all good. Glad to have you here. Welcome. Retail ensembles are still busted in some cases, so they didn't fix the underlying problem, just band-aided some of the specifics in Panda Remix. Exactly, Synchronos. They even had to add a vendor, that little dragon that flies around on Timeless Isle, for people whose achievements didn't reward the proper rewards when they got the achievement. That way they could go over to that character and buy the stuff that they qualify for because they didn't get it the proper way. The list is so long, it's actually insane. I was initially excited. I had fun for like the first couple of weeks. But the longer I played at it, the more I started seeing problems and the more things started cropping up. And I was like, that's not right. That can't, Blizzard? Hello? So yeah, it was an event. Stream got to watch me descend into fury and madness for the 3 months that it was active. Because all of it was on stream. So, yeah. Yeah, but sadly, many lore things have been added in each expansion and just ignored. Yep. Yes, sir. My question is, Mythic Plus going to look like Remix? Couldn't that be too easy? I wasn't denying bugs, but I was happy to buy sets. Oh yeah, agreed. I heard agree, Haley. Yeah, I don't know. I am curious that they're bringing back the Mythic Plus that we had for Legion, because that was when Legion Time Walking came out originally. We had Mythic Plus with it. They brought back the Mythic Plus for Time Walking. So I wonder if that's where why they pulled it out, so that they could use it in Remix. Not necessarily why they pulled it out, but that is interesting to me. The real bad part of the issues is they were such obvious oversights with just a little bit of thought and engagement with the player base. Yeah, it was very strange. And don't watch the interview about it afterwards. That was so rude, that person that they interviewed. It's weird with Kick, Twitch, and YouTube on one stream. I check chat for what you're responding to, and then I assume I imagined it. Oh, that's funny. I know, I'm sorry. If I could have all 3 chats on my stream, I would. But Twitch does not allow it. It is against their TOS. And I would rather not get slapped for something simple. So, you know. There he is. Want to give me the thing? No, he doesn't. Alright. Guess I'll just, leave. No Ashes of LR with 7 alts. Well, they can stay at the gate for tomorrow's reset. No, I'm sorry. Well, good luck, Hanif. Rip our drops. I know, right? I'm sorry, Vampy. And also, hello. And Remix went for ages. They had loads of time to fix things, if I wanted to. 3 months! It was 3 months long. 90 days. That was a 90-day, an entire season's worth of an event. It was long. And for those of you that were there, I tried my best to give them the benefit of the doubt. I was like, maybe they're just too busy with the next expansion, you know? But what did me in was just the interview afterwards and how snarky and mean they were about it. I was like, okay. That didn't feel very good. Not very professional of them. It was unfortunate. Professionalism and how you present yourself can smooth over a lot of things, let me tell you. So I had to do that a lot for an aviation company in the past, so I know what that's like. It happened to me. I couldn't get my Cherry Blossom toy after the event and to beg support like 7 times before they told me there was a vendor. Like they didn't even know they added it in. It was crazy buggy and frustrating, but I'm thankful for the mounts and extremely fast leveling it had. Exactly, Floof. Like, at its core, it's a good idea. On paper, it's interesting. It was not implemented very well. It needed better care and attention that it just didn't get. So I need to go to MC, so... It's sad to just leave these empty 32 slot bags that I'll no longer use. I know, right? I know. At least you can vendor them for a little bit of gold. Think they were busy. I like to think they were too, but that interview afterwards, in case you don't recall, they said they did it because they thought it was interesting. Yeah, that's fun, and that's the nice version of it. No, I appreciate your point of view. Well, thank you, Ghosty. I did like Remix, but I do see where they can improve. Oh, hardcore. Like, I'm not saying I don't want Remix to do well. I do. On paper, Remix sounds really cool. I was actually excited for it. And I'm cautiously optimistic for Legion. I'm really hoping they improve on all the things that I just talked about for Legion Remix. Because maybe unlike some folks, I would actually love to be proven wrong. I want to like the game. I love World of Warcraft. So I get very upset when it's handled so poorly and the customers are treated like trash. You know? Like, dude, I want to support this game. I love it. So, fingers crossed, I guess. Oh, Kraken Raging Remix was legendary. Yes, it was. I was so upset. I was so upset, dude. So here's a question for everyone. What amount did you get on your very first attempt? My one and only was Ashes of Valor years ago. I've never gotten one on my first attempt, so none, unfortunately. Wanted a Pandaren Noodle Cart toy. Oh, that would be fun, actually. Dude, we need a Pandaren Noodle Cart mount. And you're literally just running really fast behind a cart and pushing it around. Dude, I need this. Then again, it's Blizzard's first try to remix, and you only hope they learned. Sure, but they surely put out new fires. Certainly? Certainly. Certainly. There we go. Have they announced another remix to come? Oh yes, they're doing Legion remix next. I'm not entirely certain when it's gonna pop because it was removed from the updated roadmap thing that they posted somewhat recently. It looks roughly the same as the original roadmap, but Remix was removed and a couple other things got adjusted, but hopefully they don't release it at the same time as Housing, or that's going to be a mess. One thing worse than someone not caring what you think is the act of listening pretend caring. I hear you, I know if I were you I'd feel that way too. Yeah, that's totally fair. we go. I'll do a healthy amount of skepticism for Legion Remix. Also fair. Yes, need, agreed. I like the idea of an easy way to get collectibles, but just like anything, randomness and limited time events, it never feels good. That too. There was so much RNG. You know my luck, for those of you that have been around a while, is just canonically bad. It was a slog. Would love a carriage-like mount. There's already models for it. Give me a carriage. Think about the roleplay opportunities. Absolutely. Probably next year, maybe. Yeah, I could see next year sometime. Just curious when they're gonna do it, just because, like, the end of this year, the beginning of next is gonna be packed. Like, we have pre-patch, if they stick to the original plan that they had said. Pre-patch, and then housing, and then launch of the new expansion, Midnight, beginning of next year sometime, if they keep the original projection. Where is the Remix gonna fit into that? They don't have a season 4 to put that in anymore, so I don't know. Whatever it is, it's gonna be a very inopportune time. I would love to have at least like get a discount on the ensembles that I already knew some appearances for, kind of like they do with bundles in the store. True, that would have been nice. I did know a lot of it already, so there was that. Shadowlands remix, that would be awesome. I would love a Shadowlands remix. I would love some recolors of a lot of that gear. It's some of my favorite gear in game, actually. There we go. Really wish they would do the expansions in order, but you know, whatever. They'll do what they're gonna do. I feel like BFA would be next. I don't know. They're not doing these in order because they skipped WAD. They started with MOP, so they skipped vanilla through Kata entirely. So I don't know. Whatever they feel like, I guess. I came into Legion very late and unfortunately took a long time to not be a gear letdown because the second mob I killed dropped the Druid chest piece that gives you plus 35% to various things like spell range and move speed bonuses. Hard to get exciting drops after that. Understandable, yeah. It's the art team for me. Oh, same. Art team never fails. Art and music. They're pretty much always on point. That's why whenever I like dissect whether I like an expansion, I can't include the music or the visuals or the art of any sort because they're always S tier. So, you know. Select Legion because of one major important reason, how drastically the armor changed. I mean, they had the same armor style for years. Bam, Legion gives with bits on them, extra bits. Yes, agreed. The Mog is definitely on point. I was so happy with the upgrades. Good night, everyone. Almost bedtime. Have a good night, Hannah. Thank you so much for being here, and I thank you again for your support. WAD remix would be sick, wouldn't it? I would love a WAD remix. The Order was remixed too. Fair, that's a fair point. If they skip BFA and do SL remix, I think they'd overhaul Covenants to change whenever you want. True. Luckily you can change whenever you want, but if you mean like not having to go back to the NPC to change it every single time, that would be nice. Or just, I don't know, not have to change it all and be a part of all of them simultaneously like we are with every other rep. Just saying, it'd be nice. Here we go. Nice. An Order would be better, but also how would they do Garrisons of Draenor remix? Probably the same way they treated the Tillers and the Sunson Ranch, as in it doesn't exist in remix. So, they'd probably ignore it. Which is why I'm curious what they're going to do with Order Halls, because are they going to actually interact with them, or are they going to ignore them? They skip BFA. Let's hear about that. Good to see you live again. Good to see you here again, Mido. Welcome. Glad to have you here. If they do WAD remix, I really want them to include all the stuff that they didn't do in the original WAD. Oh, same. I really doubt they would, but same. I would love that for any remix. A chance to bring back cut content. You want me to start singing praises about it, that's how you do it. There we are. Just So look at the Hellfire Citadel raid armor and WAD and the first raid tier sets in Legion, massive change, absolutely. And then their defensive tiller thing, what would be the reason to have it in Mop Remix? The same reason they had everything else in Mop Remix. For fun. That's why. Same reason. So it's basically there for farming to get herbs or leather cloth and harmony. Yeah, and a lot of people enjoyed that. I don't personally like it. I hated the tiller stuff. So I couldn't care less. But that's my point. A lot of people were looking forward to it, and it was not included. It was excluded. Gasps. Fun, right? Since there was no crafting, no reason. I disagree. Because fun. So, people like doing it just to do it. Not because they want to get like a specific goal, so you know. Like, why do I keep using the garrison? Because it's fun. That'd be a good decision. Fun, right? Can't have fun in my game. Not in my World of Warcraft. I liked the farm. I want one in my player housing. Absolutely. See, exactly that. You wanted the cosmetic herb garden, right? Well, they could have done that for Remix. Now with the fun police. Fun? No, nobody can have fun. Pope Blizzard, exactly. What were you looking forward to the tillers? Didn't we all max out our farms? I wasn't looking forward to anything. I hate the tillers. I didn't like Sunsong Ranch at all. But playing Devil's Advocate, that was the sentiment I saw. People just wanted to do it because it was fun, not, you know, for, like, monetary gain. Cosmetic herb garden would be awesome. Absolutely. Agreed. And I missed it. Wow. Okay. Honestly, I wish player housing was more like 14. There you get an island. Yeah. I wish it was more like ESO. Not part of neighborhoods. Dog. The reason for all Sunsong Ranch things was and is a dog. Dog. In what world is farming rep fun? There are some people that enjoy it. I like farming rep the first time. I don't like re-farming rep. So I would say me with a asterisk. Come here, you. That's my point. Like, I do it once, not twice. I do not want 14 housing. WoW lottery system sucks. Agreed. I want the ESO housing. No neighborhoods. You can have as many houses as you want. Thanks. Have a nice day. I have over 100 exalted reps, so yeah, I love farming rep. I do too, and I don't even have the current expansion ones done. But I have all the old reps done, on my main at least. Come on, let's go. There we go. Give me the Eye of Sulphurus, but you won't give me the frickin' illusion? I don't want the Eye of Sulphurus. I want the illusion. Ah! Alright. To Serpentine Cavern. When we hit our next ad break here in about 5-6 minutes, we'll take the lunch break. I am hungry. So we'll take our lunch break soon. BFA remix, only rerollable, Azerite gear, and all in expeditions are the same. That'd be awesome. I honestly liked the Azerite gear and Island Expeditions, so I'd be fine with that. Working on Ogre Law, which is my last PC rep, and of course they don't have tokens. Yeah, that one sucks. Good luck. I get so happy every time I learn about a new dog appearance. Now I keep jars of pickles to feed them. Aw, cute. Cute. Okay, feed me. Perfect. Let's see, let me adjust the camera a little. Squinty today. Oh, give me that. You really gonna be that way? Close that. Ugh, that's frustrating.
One Tough Kitty sub to your channel for 1 month.
Thank you so much, One Tough Kitty, for the sub. Super appreciate your support, because thanks to folks like you, I can keep working. So thank you so much. Can I just say, the server connection to Kick is buggy AF. I do not understand why. And like, nothing's going on with it. I'm still streaming perfectly fine. I don't understand why it keeps trying to throw errors at me. It's driving me crazy. And now it won't let me interact with my streaming software because it just keeps saying there was an error. I don't care. How long has Kick been around? I have no idea, honestly. I was just recommended to it by a lot of other streamers that I should multi-stream to that too as my third, since I don't really do do Twitter or anywhere else. But man, is it just irritating the crap out of me. Fine. I'm not going to be able to pause stream or anything. I'm going to have to mute through my audio. That's very irritating. You have an ad blocker going at the moment. Might be conflicting with it. Ad blocker going? No, I don't. No, I mean on my actual streaming software. The connection directly to Kick from my XSplit software. It likes to say it's unauthorized every 30-40 minutes or so. Usually I just X out of it because it's false. It is authorized. I'm still going. It's not liking it. So I might have to turn that one off because it's kind of making me mad. A couple years now, not too long. I heard it's very good. They got so much voice actor talent, and it's awesome. Well, that's good. The Engineer Azurite analog abilities were way more fun. I noticed so many people with the thrown saw blade that could pull back from around the corner. That's awesome. Yes, it's a good noise. Alright, you had to grind Azurite all the time, or else you ended up behind everyone. I enjoyed the Azurite grind personally. I actually did a lot of gearing in BFA, even though I retired from competitive. It didn't bother me any, but I also really enjoyed the AP grind in Legion too, so, you know. It is what it is, I suppose. Alright, well let me get over to the... whatever you call it. Over to the raid. Actually, we'll just probably pick a spot here and hang out. Maybe we'll just hang out on a mushroom. Party members who keeps doing that every engineer silently. That's funny. Then Legion was for your weapon. It didn't lock you out of everything. I didn't have any lock issues with Azurite gear personally, but, you know. Everyone's experience is going to be different, of course. Okay, let me... No. Let me... Okay, hold on a second. Let me try something. Hopefully I don't kill stream. Apologize in advance if my stream suddenly croaks, but I have to do something here because it's not letting me interact with it. Kick is causing a problem. And I'm not appreciating that. Let's see. What one is this one? Oh, you're not even going to tell me, huh? Wow. Did you say Kick is better to start streaming than Twitch? I have no idea. I have no following on Kick whatsoever. I started streaming there like, what, 3 days ago? So, I couldn't tell you. They function about the same, except Kick seems weirdly buggy for some reason. In BFA, it literally locked out of every possible power gain. Odd, I didn't have that experience myself. Huh. I guess we, saw it a little differently. Let's see, XSplit Broadcaster. and that.